A quick shout out to all the people and organizations whose music and artwork is featured in the show. Some of the music you're hearing in the background tonight comes courtesy of Midnight Syndicate. If you are looking for music for your games, check them out on Spotify, iTunes, ask Alexa for Midnight Syndicate, or just go to their website at www.midnightsyndicate.com. A big thank you to the one, the only, Kevin MacLeod. Check out the amazing works of Kevin MacLeod, a full-time composer who has published over 2,000 compositions, most of which he's made available for others to use, using the Creative Commons by Attribution 3.0 license. Check out his stuff on YouTube and incomptech.com. Thank you, Irutan, for letting us use your music. This amazing savant of Celtic and medieval melodies can be found on YouTube and irutanmusic.com. We would also like to thank Blizzard Entertainment, CD Projekt Red, and Bethesda for having such iconic and impactful music, as well as allowing for fans to utilize said content in productions like these. Please keep in mind that this is all fan-generated content and is not sponsored or endorsed by Blizzard Entertainment, CD Projekt Red, or Bethesda. We just really enjoy their content. A big shout out to Derek and Brandon Feitcher. Their amazing compositions can be found on YouTube under Fantasy and World Music by the Feitchers, as well as iTunes, Bandcamp, Amazon, and Spotify. Go check them out. Stringstorm does music, voice acting, sound effects, and more. There's a lot of creative symphonic metal songs on their YouTube channel, and most, if not all, of their songs can be purchased at store.stringstorm.info. The artwork for our logo was done by Sanzaki Kojika. Check out her artwork and content at twitch.tv/Sanzaki Kojika. And the opening animation was edited by CJ Emmanuel II. Thank you very much, and enjoy the show.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Underground Initiative, where a secret underground organization where a menagerie of maddening Midwesterners gather around to play some tabletop RPGs. I am Dungeon Master, and I will be your guide in the realm of Dungeons and Dragons. Hey guys, it's a Halloween costume episode! Fuck yeah!
Good job reading your lines.
Thank you. I had to keep looking to the left for that.
Man, bro character.
Oh, don't you worry about that, young man.
And now we just wait for whoever published that Dungeons and Dragons cartoon to come down on their flaming chariots and murder us.
It's the ghost of Gary Gygax, I just know it.
His name's Gary Gygax.
He's the... Let's go through just costumes, starting with Guy.
I don't have my command stripes on, but I am going as Riker from Star Trek The Next Generation, because I'm not bald yet.
Oh, yeah. Clarence, what are you dressed as?
I'm the guy who found a Court of Owls mask in the streets and thought it was cool, and picked it up.
Batman doesn't want this.
Part of the Court of Owls.
I'm part of the court.
We love you. Christa.
I'm a sloth and I eat leaves.
Yeah. And
That's all I
last
do.
but certainly not
You should have said that in
least,
slow motion.
I am young Kris Kringle, or the Holly before Halloween, because my Waldo costume fell through.
Okay.
Did you say the hottie before Halloween?
The Holly.
A holly.
Holly.
That's a porn tag, buddy.
Holly.
That's a porn tag.
Is it really? Oops.
it fits the outfit.
I had to come up with something catchy.
I am dressed as the Dungeon Master from the critical hit show Dungeons and Dragons from the late 80s. Honestly, I started watching it. Pretty damn fun and relatable. I recommend you guys checking it out. It's campy and sassy.
You're
Is
late.
it animated?
I'm so late.
You're late. I watched that.
It's old cartoon
80s
animated.
cartoon.
Oh man, this is rough as fuck.
It looks rough as fuck, but it's fucking hilarious.
It's like
Betty Boop or like
I watched
the Cat or
that.
something?
I watched that in high school. More like He-Man.
You think
She-Ra.
Betty Boop came out in the 80s?
What's wrong with you? That was black and white.
John isn't here yet, but he soon will be, and we'll make a fuss about it whenever he does. But in the meantime, let us begin.
Engage.
Alright. The group of adventurers find themselves within the gates of the town of Venzer, on their way towards Langdale, their eventual destination given to them by the Riverwatcher tribe, as well as some of the representatives of Hedogrod in search of some of their lost people. But for the time being, Venzer's gates are open to you. You've met with the local lords, as well as a traveling lord, Klaus Eldridge, who seems to be in, along with a cadre of almost bizarro youths, as you guys have stated. And you guys have been invited over for dinner at the local tavern within the next couple of hours. In the meantime, your time is yours. What would you like to do?
We're going to have that shower ordeal or that sauna deal or whatever it was.
Bathhouse episode.
Yeah.
Bathhouse episode.
Dang,
was you
we're about to
three.
get real comfortable with each other.
Boy. So you guys look around for a bathhouse?
Someplace to wash me foot.
Alright, sure.
I believe we were pointed in the correct direction.
Yes. One of Klaus Eldridge's companions. So many names.
It was Samurai Jen.
It was. It was her?
That's what I'm calling her.
Yeah, I think she just pointed to a place because you were trying to talk to her.
She pointed in a general direction, and you eventually follow it. And it is a very simple bathhouse, simply named the Riverside Wash.
Is it big enough for my folk?
Asking around and seeing what's there, not really. It's less of a bath and more of like standing showers.
Is it like one of those showers at like a baseball stadium where it's just like the pole cord?
Kind of, yeah.
Are there other bathhouses that might be big enough for me?
You ask around, and unfortunately, no. This is the town's bathhouse.
Sadness. Overwhelming, discriminatory sadness. People over 8 feet deserve to have a place to sleep and shower.
They don't have that big and tall for men's in this city?
Nope, they don't.
Shit, they're big and tall. Will probably stop at 7 feet anyway.
Walk past free.
But if you guys wish to imbibe in the water is hot, and a hot shower, it's about 3 copper each.
Can I control the temperature of the water? Or is it just hot?
You can control.
Okay, cool. Just hot water? Come on, man.
No,
I can't deal with that.
I'm not that cruel.
Are there services I can hire to help dry my fur?
The copper covers the cost of rental towels, unless you have your own.
Guess I'm going all poofed up again.
You can certainly ask around and see if there is some form of hair salon or stylist that could help mitigate that, but that's not something done at the bathhouse.
Maybe they can give you braids.
The wash house.
They can give me curls so I can look like a poodle.
Give you some cologne and put a bow on you and everything.
Actually, if that shit happens, it happens. They just started giggling. I don't know what happened. I just walked out like this.
Guys, what'd they do? I guess we're all taking showers.
Okay. It is a very, very simple interior.
Male bonding experience.
Sit there, guys. I don't get it. Ah!
The exterior and interior looks like a large log cabin, and the inside has very heavily lacquered wood so that it doesn't rot easily because of all the excess moisture that's in the air. There is a simple receptionist desk up front with a large pile of various colored towels of also various sizes, as well as communal soap bars.
I'm going to drink so much water from the shower head and hold it in my trunk. And I'm going to spray them both so hard that they fall down.
Okay. Yeah.
What's over there? What? Ah! Why did he fall? I don't know. Someone's over there. What? Ah!
There are.
I see how it's gonna be.
This is how it's gonna be, folks. Sure. Just for the hell of it, make just a Constitution check for me as you position your snout close to the nozzle and you're just guzzling and holding in water, and you're about to just hold it in to spray at one of your companions.
The noozle. The what? The noozle.
15. All right, yeah. You're able to hold in, I'll say, a full gallon.
Y'all through. Y'all finna get tooted.
Who is your target? Your intended target?
Both of them. I got a gallon of water.
Well, there's three of us.
Well,
Or three others.
I think.
Are we all in the bathhouse together?
No.
Yeah, see?
Orlin and Shiima have went elsewhere.
Yeah, I turned out the bathhouse.
She did some prestidigitation magic.
Myself, yeah.
Did you get it?
I did.
Good job.
Menace.
Till the next one. Daniel-san.
Alright. After everybody is done washing, you guys step out of your. Well, you guys have an option. Did you want to do the communal wash or the individual ones?
I want to do the
There are like open stalls that
I want to rinse off
privacy.
and then do the communal one. I want to get my fur in the water.
All right. Yeah. Well, when I say communal, it's like a communal shower, not a communal bath.
Well,
That's
it's
why I
a
was going
bathhouse,
individual.
not a
Why not?
shower house.
Give me the full experience.
Paint us a picture.
I'm going out there.
Dicks. We're talking about dicks.
All right. Yeah. There on your guys' side. There are a handful of farmers and dudes who have just got done washing up. Some are in the process of cleaning off the
You get up to the shower head, hit your head.
dirty,
Ah!
the dirt and grime of the day. Some are a little off-putted by seeing just a giant mammoth of a person, but it's obviously not the weirdest thing that they've seen. It's just unusual.
How brown is the water coming off the filthiest person in there?
Make a perception check.
Is there a guy in there that looks like Pigpen?
Coming in, yeah.
Or is he the dirtiest?
It could be me.
Roll for grind.
16.
16. I would say the most dirtiest is a dude who you imagine is quite literally a pig farmer, and you can even smell pig shit on this guy.
This was a huge mistake.
The dripping manure.
It's smelling manure.
But eventually you do come across your two companions who seem to, what I'm assuming, you guys have finished up your guys' shower and are now getting ready to like step out and dry yourselves off.
Yeah, I don't think we.
Unless there's anything special you guys wanted to do. Any shenanigans.
Is there lavender? We should be all kinds of ripe, considering we've probably, from session 1, been on this journey for like a month or so and haven't bathed yet.
I'm assuming...
That's not true. We were in the river for quite a while.
Okay. Yeah.
I leave that up to your imagination.
Oh yeah, you were fighting with the octopus.
I was fighting with the octopus, and I was trying to swim to you guys, and I was like, eh.
You know what? I am going to find it still on. For some reason, I feel like you and my fur nice and tidy. It's just going to be silk.
Oh man, did we juke the fire hose, or did we have to roll for that?
I don't know. Are you going to spray them now, or...?
Oh, on the way out, yeah.
On the way out?
Yeah.
So you're holding this in?
I'm holding it in.
Okay, make another... Alright, I'm going to say this is going to take some time. Make another constitution check.
I got you, buddy. We got this. What would you call this? Do you want me just to re-roll this?
Does it look cocked?
Yeah, that's cocked.
You could put the tray flat too.
It's the angle that helped me get the good rolls last time, man. Mind your business. I got my voodoo going on over here, man. I got my voodoo. 9. Thank you.
9. Okay.
I lost my water. My water broke.
Yeah, it's been slowly dripping this whole time. Out of your snout.
Fucking tug of like stuff alone because dripping those and shit.
I'll say by the time you guys are dried and dressed, you're down to like half a gallon.
Still enough to squirt somebody with. You really fucking hard.
Yeah.
Two people.
Okay. So as you guys step out into the evening day,
I want to hit.
Describe how you do this, Salic.
I'm going to hit Kulkras really hard with a jet of water in the back of his leg to make it buckle. So then I'm going to surprisingly turn around and go, "Who did that? Who would do such a thing?" And then I'm going to turn around the other way, put my hand on Vaxxus' shoulder and say, "He went. That's the guy right there." When he turns around, I'm going to chase after him, turn around, get him right in the chest.
Okay.
A little extravagant, right?
That's quite a plot.
Kulkras, make a dexterity or strength saving throw.
Oh, that's gonna be strength.
Say it with your chest.
10.
10. You feel this immense jet of water hit the back of your calf, and your leg buckles slightly, but not really. It's not enough to knock you down. Make a perception check. Salic, make a stealth check.
Oh, hell yeah.
This is crazy. I love you guys.
That's a 6.
23.
Kulkras, how do you react to this situation?
I turn around.
You turn around and you see Salic going.
Who did that? I'm sorry. Where did that water come from? Who did that?
Do I believe him?
Make an insight check.
I'm never going to roll perception that high, so I'm not going to try to catch him.
11.
11. Make a deception check.
Charisma. Go for it, baby. Go for it. Go for it, bro.
He could roll real high.
Gotcha, baby. Gotcha, baby. Gotcha, baby.
19. Yeah, you believe him.
Who did that?
He went that way. It's the hand on the shoulder. There's the guy right there.
Do you chase after this imaginary foe? Or?
Yep. I do chase. Turn around. Right in the chest.
He's really selling it.
I'll make a strength saving throw if that's the choice.
Yeah, please do.
Because I'm not going to dodge that.
So you sprayed some at him and some at him?
Yeah.
Okay.
The rest at him.
Dirty 20.
Dirty
boy.
20. Yeah, you stand and you tank it. Like he used up a lot of water. Not that you would know, but at this point, it's more of like a little squirt gun, just on your chest.
So given the fact that I'm staring straight at him now.
Yeah, you guys all see this.
Is this one of your childish Loxodon games? like a Looney Tune?
So now with his back to me, I'm going to pull out my decanter.
Wait, you brought it
From where?
Is that your bath toy?
From where?
Did you bring that with you?
We're dressed outside!
No, we're not.
Yeah,
No, we're in the
yeah,
shower.
we are.
They were in the shower.
Yeah, we were still in the shower.
I asked you, when did you want to
Before
spray them?
we leave the shower? Okay, right, that's...
Yeah, well,
He
when
envisioned
they're
we were walking the door.
dressed.
No, I didn't.
Did I mishear?
I didn't intend to get them
he was talking about like when we were getting out of the shower.
Oh, that's what I was like,
we're
you
getting
dick!
out of the shower, not out of the building.
Okay.
I'm not
mistake.
that evil.
Is that your favorite bath toy?
I will say that your decanter is with your items that are in like some sort of bag away from you currently.
Okay.
But if you want to get revenge later,
Now I know
you
it's
know
coming.
how.
My poor hair. It's gonna get all done. No.
I kind of just shake my head, and while we walk out, I just kind of whisper to him, "You want to see a better prank?" And then I just, like, on the way out of the entryway, I cast Ray of Frost on the entry, so everybody in there slips on the way out.
Nonchalantly, you just like stick your hand out and you feel this cold breeze past your ankles, and indeed the front of the entranceway is now solid frozen slick for a time.
I'm gonna, like...
About a good 5 feet of the entrance.
I'm gonna watch out of the corner of my eye while I'm getting dressed for funsies.
Okay. A couple people do slip.
Is there like a pile-up?
There's not a pile-up. There's
16
more...
body pile-up. Roll for pile-up.
One kid does slip.
A kid?
A kid.
I laugh.
He also laughs because he's just like, what the hell? Where did this come from? So he's having fun. While that...
What a champ. What a champ.
While that
Boy, what I tell you about falling in public?
While those shenanigans are going on, Orlin and Shiima. Orlin is leading Shiima to the town's law hall. Alright, Shiima, so I'm kind of looking for the Arcane Imperium's
I completely forgot to charge it over the
representative here. I just want to talk to him. And I don't know, it always just seems a lot more... Having a one-on-one is so impersonal. I feel like if I had more people around me, it just helps with conversation. Is that alright with you?
That's fine with me.
Cool. He's gotta make a perception check.
It seems like you know the city more than I do, so you can lead the way.
I really don't. This is my first time being here.
So you only know the people?
No. I really don't.
It seemed like you knew the
I
guy at
asked.
the gate.
I asked, and they said yeah. That there's someone here. And usually, the law hall is like the place to go if you want to know where someone of official standing is. So I'm just trying there. If they're not into, if they can't help, well then I guess I'll just ask someone else. Maybe a guard or something. I don't know.
Did he roll to find it?
It takes him. It takes him some time, but eventually he does. And you both stand in front of a fairly uniform building that is the law hall. A long stone lodge which acts as every town and city's courthouse, where laws are talked about. Daily news and proclamations of information to the townsfolk are are talked about here. Civil disputes, marriages, yada yada. You guys enter and are met with the front receptionist, an older elven gentleman. Hello there. My name is Galen. I am the lawmaster here of Venzer. What can I do for you? Yes. Hi there. My name is Sir Orlin Trinette. I'm here to speak with your representative for the Arcane Imperium, if there is one here. Ah, yes. That would be Burrs, Keeper Burrs. He's unfortunately busy right now. As we have a number of lords here, and as well as some other disturbances around the town, he's out making his rounds, making sure that all of our arcane guards are properly at their stations and attentive. I apologize for the inconvenience, but he should be able to meet with you sometime tomorrow, early morning. I see. That's a little bit unfortunate, but I understand. Thank you very much for your time. Of course, Lord, my lord. Have a pleasant evening. And unless there's anything else to do at the law hall, Orlin starts to walk out.
Don't think there's anything else. What was it that that scroll we had? I forgot what it was called.
The sacred texts.
The sacred texts.
Oh, it is an invitation to if your group ever wants to become legal hirelings, like mercenaries, you can turn that into the law hall and bypass any fees that come with becoming like a legal adventuring group, where you would get jobs and get paid and probably some other perks that you're not aware of.
But that scroll's only good to use once, right?
Pretty much. Like it's
like once it's unsealed by somebody, it can't be used again.
Correct. Because otherwise people will just assume, oh, you're just handing us a piece of paper. This means nothing. You could have written this. The seal is the important part.
Yeah. And from what I remember, was there a library here? Or anything close to a library?
Based on the history roll you made last session, there is not a cerulean trove at this place, but you do remember reading about a secondhand bookstore that is in town called Secondhand Stories.
Yeah, I can't think of anything to ask the law guy then, so I'll just leave when Orlin moves.
Okay.
Secondhand stories. They're acceptable.
Alright, you go, both of you exit the law hall. Well, sorry for dragging you all the way out here. I'm just gonna walk around for a little bit, and I guess I'll meet you and everyone else at the tavern once dinner is ready, I guess. Are you down with that, Shiima?
That's fine with me.
Alright, cool. Come on, Saoirse. That's his primal
Kitty.
cat dog.
Kitty hog.
Follows him. So, Shiima, the time is yours. What would you like to do?
Well, I guess I'll ask any passerby which way the bookstore is.
Alright. Inquiring with a number of guards and townsfolk, they eventually point you in in the direction of a simple red brick home-ish, and on the front in bold letters it states "Secondhand Stories, open from dusk till dawn." Dawn till dusk. My bad.
Go on
Oh,
in.
man, do they have raves overnight? Is it like one of those kind of bookstores, like a party
Anything
bookstore?
goes at secondhand stories.
This might be
What
the
happens between the pages stays between the pages.
this might be the most
secondhand illness at secondhand stories.
it's the most lit place in the whole town.
Lit with sin.
You are met with a warm lit interior with just several rows of bookcases. There is a fine layer of dust that just sort of hangs in the space. You are greeted by a very old human man. Is he a human? Yeah, he is.
Oh, hey! My name's Barry. Welcome to Secondhand Stories. What can I help you with today?
I'm looking for any accurate historical books or anything that's non-fiction.
Oh, yeah, we got a little bit of that. Yeah, follow me.
He is old. He's still he's like one of those old types that still wears kind of like overalls and a very nice shirt, but he is bald, he's wrinkled, he's hunched over a little bit. He should be walking with a cane, but he chooses not to.
What time period does overalls fall into this world?
I'd say overalls are just now starting to like see a lot of use, probably within the last 50 years or so. Kind of like do you remember the workman's outfit in the Sherlock Holmes movie with Iron Man?
Or some may
I
call
don't
him Robert
remember
Downey
his name.
Jr.
The Workman movie with Iron Man in it.
The
Navy.
workman's uniform.
Maybe
Like,
with
whenever
like the
they-
t-shirt, the overall, the little hat.
First or second Sherlock Holmes.
First one. Yeah, whenever they were fighting around
I know
that
what you're talking
giant
about. I know what you're
oak.
talking about.
Like that.
Industrial age stuff.
Indeed.
This NPC sounds like one of the extras from Conker's Bad Fur Day.
Probably. So what's that kind of history are you looking for? Local history, world history, history of a kingdom? What you need?
Yeah, history of a kingdom.
Sure, which one? See what we got here.
If you have anything on Dender, I'd like to see that.
Far westward kingdom. Let's take a look. Yeah, this one right here. Sands of Time. It's a good page turner. Unfortunately, this isn't a reading bookstore. I'll let you look at the first few pages, but after that, you gotta buy it.
Looky-loos will be shot. Survivors will
How
be
much
shot again.
is it?
2 silver.
Yeah.
Better be careful, that extra content, they have antimatter.
All
in it.
right.
He pulls a book off the shelf, dusts it off, and hands it to you.
Oh, I have 5 silver, so I'll take off 2.
Thank you for your patronage. Is there anything else you'd like here today? I got all kinds of books. Fiction, historical fiction, history, some of those saucy romance novels that the young soldiers like to come in and buy every now and then. Hey, I don't judge.
Actually, if you have anything on the Hells, I could read that as well.
That's a very obscure concept, but I think I got something for you.
I haven't found any on them yet, I don't believe, so this would be a first if you have one.
Ask the question that he's clearly prepared. What porn do you have?
Not a whole lot on.
I'm not there.
Not tells themselves, but I got this tome right here. It's called Crossroad Tales. It tells stories of individuals who make deals with underworld type creatures. Kind of spooky, but presumably it has some historically accurate elements inside. But what do I know?
How much is that one?
2 silver.
What was that one called?
That one's called Crossroad Tales.
Yeah, I'll buy that one too, then.
Glorious.
I'm not gonna bother reading it at all. I just want to buy them and read them later.
Alright,
I trust that they are about what they're about.
fair enough. Is there anything else I can interest you today?
No, that'd be all.
Alright,
So
fair
let's head
enough.
on out.
Thank you for coming to Secondhand Stories. You have a nice day.
Alright, add those to your inventory. We'll come back to Shiima in a bit. In the meantime, let's go around. Kulkras, what would you like to do after the shower fiasco? Or is there a group thing that y'all want to do?
We're gonna go group shopping.
Shopping.
I'm gonna get my fur done.
I want to see if there's a magical item store, perhaps.
Alright. Magical item store, fur.
I guess I'll go to the magical item store.
Okay. You don't find an actual shop that does this, but you do find like a lot of bored housewives and teenagers who are more than happy to help tame that mane, if you will.
He's gonna be like
housewives.
He's gonna be like a mean girl when he comes back.
For
pink
a
high
price,
heels.
though, because they are using their own stuff, they'll put you back 3 silver.
That's fine.
Alright. They, over the course of an hour, they are meticulously combing your fur and adding scented oils to accentuate the smell, if you will, and any other trimmings that you may request or accents. Would you like a bow? Or braids, whichever.
I think I was joking, but it's all gonna be curls. It's all gonna be curls.
Okay.
Look like Goldilocks.
Like all curls?
Like,
Because your hair's it's long, but it can be curled if you want.
yeah, that, like when you say curls, what comes to your mind when you say curls?
Well, why don't you
No, because I want to know where we can meet a middle ground so I can better describe things in the future.
I thought you were talking about like a sheep. 'Cause
Remember, like,
sheep's
Little
hair is
Orphan
kinda
Annie?
curly.
those kind of curls.
You said like who?
Little Orphan Annie?
Little Orphan Annie? She had coils?
I think so.
She had curly red hair.
I'm
Yeah, it
remembering
was like,
curls.
It was permed, I think.
Yeah.
Was it like,
Yeah, like perm curls.
Like the tiny perm
Yeah.
curls.
Yes. Like that.
Okay.
You're gonna get a blow to and come back up to us. I'm a pretty Loxodon.
It's a hard knock life.
Full body?
Full body.
All right.
I didn't ask them to do this. They did it on their own accord.
I mean,
Hey, did you guys notice we didn't pay
I'll
for the
say-
shower?
I'll say one
That
of
place is fantastic. We didn't pay a dime.
I'll
Say
say
before we got there.
it was 3 copper
Mr.
each.
Chopper. Oops.
Beef.
You hid behind Salic as we enter. Yes, it's
Yeah, I just walked on the side of him.
It's like you didn't pay for getting washed. It just throws a bucket of filth on you.
You die.
Card declined.
They refilled you.
I'll say that one of the younger ones start curling, and they they look up at you to see if you resist or notice or have any form of input.
They have like a whole team, like they're working in shifts because they're getting so tired.
So you just let it happen.
Just let it happen.
All right. At first she starts to like slowly do it. Like maybe it's not gonna notice, but once they realize, oh, he's into it.
I'm not into it.
Girls?
I'm just meditating.
And then now this starts happening all over.
I've never had my hair done like this before. That's an experience for me.
All right.
I don't know. I'm
Like I said, the process, while normally would probably take more than an hour,
take the whole fucking day.
because there's a lot of them, and this is a fantasy world. We'll fast track it. Oh, we got someone.
I just got my hair done.
In game or real life, you choose the different.
Let me get this little Orphan Annie thing over here. There's like background noise. Little Orphan Annie. What's this guy up to?
That's why you always go in the incognito tab.
Nah, I'm not hiding nothing from my FBI agent. We cool now.
Sometimes.
Until we're not. Go ahead, get you some
While
cold pizza,
John
man.
has
Oh.
joined
Are you
the
guys
party.
matching?
Oh man.
Okay, one of you is the captain, the other one is an engineer. You both got to fight for
Do
it.
you like Kirk or do you like Picard?
I mean, he's Riker, so.
Well, this is awkward. One of you has got to take that off.
I'll shave my head and be prepared.
If he shaves his head, that means you got to take yours off. Okay. I'll be number 2. I don't give a shit.
What's Riker's rank? He's second in command. Well, what does that mean for Star Trek stuff?
That's it. It's number 2.
Number 2?
When the captain is not on the bridge, he is in command.
Okay, cool. In Army terms, you'd kind of be like a first sergeant.
But you have to remember, it's technically the Space Navy.
Space Navy. Okay, I don't know. Navy terms, I don't know.
Salic's getting curls right now.
Got my hair done, so I'm gonna feel great. I'm gonna feel so much air coming through. Like, you ever not wash your hair for so long and then you just feel all the wind come through when you open it up? It's gonna feel like it's cold as shit.
It's like you're walking to the end of a car wash with a dryer.
So, while you are getting your hair done, you notice as walking past you is the Minotaur woman from last session, Sinala Frostborn. She just walks past, sees what you're doing, and gives a hearty laugh.
That's right.
Enjoying the. Nope, I gotta find an accent for her. Fuck.
Russian cow!
Are you enjoying yourself?
Maybe you should join me and find out yourself.
No, I have to prepare for dinner.
What do you think I'm doing?
Understood. I couldn't help but notice your
Not the pie!
disappointment to the. You don't know where that pie's been.
Feel free to get some pie, though.
Just
That
like,
pie's been passed around, if you know what I mean. No.
just like American Pie.
Funny
Yeah,
you say that.
You missed that conversation.
See? Same costume, same comment.
Same fleet.
Same ship.
Same ship. Same ship. Hey, hey.
I couldn't help but notice your frustration over the sizable amenities this town has to offer.
I travel, and time after time, nothing is suitable. There is a world of dwarfs.
Preaching to the choir.
You know, we should make a business to make accommodations for people our size. It will be a hub world for more than just even the small people want to feel like kings.
I hear that they have amenities like that in Boldor, but not so much in the human territories or the dwarven territories. If anything, they have smaller accommodations.
Ugh.
Hey, cheer up. We are simply too big for their world. Or they are too small for ours.
I like the sound of that one better.
I'll see you at dinner. And she walks
So little goes, stop fidgeting.
She like whacks you on the head.
he's blushing!
How can they see through my fur?
I'm literally right here.
That's not a no.
Because I'm inside. Lost inside.
Orlin and Shiima went to the Law Hall to inquire about where the townskeeper may be from the Arcane Imperium. Discovered that he's too busy right now, but he'll be available to meet with individuals on the morrow. Still sometime tomorrow morning. So, in the meantime, you and Shiima split up. Have some pizza, we'll come back to you, and we'll go from there.
Sounds like he's up to no good if he can't talk to VIP number 1.
He's eating so ferociously that no one dare disturb him.
While that is going on, Kulkras and Vaxxus, you guys said that you wanted to find a magic shop?
Correct.
Alright.
Shiakazi.
Asking around, you are eventually pointed towards. I really need to organize these better. The Weaving Waves store. It is a beautiful. It is a wooden outside establishment, but the wood is painted in blues and greens to make it look more watery. The shop is open. Would you like to enter? Hey, we found it. All right, we're done.
My task is done. I found it. I don't know about you. I'm spacing out for a second, and then I make my way in.
Okay. Walking in, instead of the stereotypical bell jingle, there's actually just the door actually impacts a string of seashells that knock against each other that make a pleasing noise.
It's a trap! Get down! And I tackle Kulkras on the floor.
Make a dexterity.
I was just saying, can you?
Make a strength or dexterity check.
This man's a wall.
Check or save.
Check.
Woo! Dirty 20.
Natural 20.
For a total of...
Oh, come on! This is gonna be higher.
For a total of...
This is gonna be higher. 23.
He said dirty 20.
Dirty
20
was 15 plus 5.
Oh, right.
Oh, so okay, yeah, 23.
That's what dirty 20 means.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Thought it was like ant stuff.
And stuff.
Yeah, and stuff.
That's a different stream.
No, and stuff.
That's a different stream too.
Okay, and stuff.
He does. Vaxxus does manage to knock you, Kulkras, to the ground. You onto like the hardwood interior of this establishment.
Stay down. There could be knives or a log trap or something.
Only you get hit anyway.
I haven't been hit in the last few fights. It's like they ignore me, which is fine. I like it better that way.
You haven't been in the last few fights.
Hey, no roughhousing in my establishment!
You hear from the back of the shop, and out steps a dwarf of a man, a dwarf with I gotta work on my description.
A dwarf
of a man.
A dwarf of a dwarf man?
A dwarf of a dwarf man. Yeah, he's a really short dwarf. Short dwarf. No. A dwarf.
I'm small among my people.
A dwarf, brown pantaloons, no shoes. He wears a green tunic with a brown leather vest. His skin is unusually bluish green, and Woven in his beard are just at least a dozen seashells, and his hair is completely slicked back and is wet. But he greets you. Are you done roughhousing, or are you here to shop?
Your door was booby-trapped. Thankfully, we dove out of the way in time.
Sure it was. I am Dagdale. Welcome to my establishment. I deal in all manner of enchanted items. I sell spell scrolls to those who can afford them or who are able to purchase them. I also do weapon enchantments. So whatever you need, let me know. And he walks back to his behind table, and you watch. With each step he takes, he leaves wet footprints in his wake.
Did he squish?
He does a little bit.
Since I have Undercommon as a language, would I have run into any sort of like Duragar? Does he look comparable to one?
Make an intelligence check. Or history if you're proficient in it.
Here goes nothing, literally. Natural 20. I can.
No, that's fine. That's cool.
-1.
He's definitely not a Duragar. Duragar have classically all gray skin and almost charcoal burning eyes. This...
He's just like a surf bum?
Kinda, but no. You gather his is a mixed lineage between Dwarven and Water Genasi.
At this point, I would have pushed Vax off me and gotten up.
Okay.
Get off me!
Fair enough.
Funny enough, if he made my thing a strength saving throw, I would have literally tied you.
So you find yourselves in the weaving waves. There's a number of different shelves with items behind glass cases with price tags on the front. If there's anything specific you're looking for, feel free to ask. Otherwise, I have a list of stuff. So tell me which one y'all want. Or if you want to sell some shit or talk some shit, let me know.
I'm looking for something in particular, but first, tell me a little about you. You don't look like the average dwarf.
What gave it away?
Well, everything.
Well, good. If you must know, yes, I'm not a typical dwarf. I'm, exposure to, let's just say, magical currents that the Arcane Serpent is known for from time to time has its side effects. He gestures to his almost pruny face and pruny fingers.
There's radiation in the river? That's scary. I don't even want to eat anything out of it.
It's very rare, but it can happen.
Oh yes, of course it's rare. Look at Kulkras. Don't eat the fish. You'll float too.
You would see plenty more of me if that were the case. Because I myself am magical, it seems to hit me a little bit faster than most, if at all.
Can you do magic then?
I can. What sort of magic do you want? You have to be in order to be an enchanter.
Then maybe you can help me find this item. I'm looking for a gem worth 300 gold.
Ah, yeah, resell gems like that.
This one in particular I need for a spell, but it also needs to have tears inside of it.
Tears?
Yes.
What kind of tears?
Yes.
His tears.
Are you going to supply the tears?
I mean, how the hell do you get them in there? That makes no sense to me.
That's a trade secret. But yes, I can sell you components.
Do you have any onions? Otherwise, I'm not crying.
No, wait, I've got it.
Really hard.
I've got it. You'll never fly again. Didn't work.
Make a charisma saving
Charisma saving throw.
Can I intimidate him?
Saving
Sure.
Saving throw. That cut deep.
10.
Ooh. I get real close, so I'm menacing. You'll never fly again. Intimidation. 11 plus 7, 18.
I look back at him and kind of like,
Do you want to cry, is what I'm asking you.
can I say something back?
Sure.
You'll never be over 6 feet tall. But that hurt. That really hurt, you know that?
Your eye waters a little bit. Do you cry? It's up to you.
No, I'm a man.
Getting taunted by a teenager.
Young adult. But he's right and it hurts.
He said, "You'll never fly again."
And skateboards out of there.
Kickflip.
I mean, if you're going to continue this, whatever this is, go right ahead. But if I'm collecting your tears, let me know. And I'll find something that'll do the trick.
If I have to, otherwise just get them from anywhere else. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter to me.
Well, since you're the one who wants it, let's use you. Let's see. Is this spell relevant now? Yes, it is. Hold on. I gotta...
Does it conjure like rotting garbage or something?
Kinda.
Ugh.
Like old chicken and watermelon rinds?
Oh
Do we all give him the Tim Allen? Oh.
What?
Not that one.
Oh!
That's the wrong character entirely.
Nope. I'm looking for a really bad D&D joke.
A mirror?
Amazing how you can't find one when you're thinking about one.
I know,
Free time
right?
they cut to the fly.
I'll think of it later in the shower.
Alright.
Oh, that was a good one. I'm gonna text him.
You there. What's your name?
Dave.
Sure, Dave. I'm gonna tell you a joke. It'll be a knee slapper. How do you trap an elf in a room without locks?
You already did.
No, you put a mirror in it. Make a wisdom saving throw.
His favorite.
Laugh for your sanity.
15.
15. You start to involuntarily laugh at this joke
I don't get it, but I can't stop.
to the point where you fall prone and you are laughing so hard you are crying. And as you are crying, he takes a little vial out of his pouch and starts collecting your tears.
Oh, it's the same thing that the little goblin thing was doing to people.
You got milked.
Ew. Make it stop. It wasn't that funny.
Okay. He snaps his fingers, and after like 20 seconds, it stops being funny, and you just come back to yourself on the floor with tears and with wetness in your eyes.
I've heard better jokes from dead people. Why was I laughing so much?
It's the magic of joke telling. That's why. It'll take a little bit of time to put these tears in a gem. In the meantime, why don't you look around at my wares?
Yes, of course. And I'm just kind of like pretending I'm looking because I really have no interest in anything else he has.
Okay. While that's going on, what kind of gems are these tiers going into?
It just for the component, it just says a gem worth 300 gold pieces.
Oh, you just want the tiers in for fun?
Well, no, it has to have that.
It has to have tiers?
Yes.
Okay. Alright, yeah, he takes an expensive chunk of quartz.
Make it polka dot for all I care.
You say that. Yeah, he's working on it. In the meantime, if you guys want to take a look around his shop.
Yeah, I don't know what I'm looking for, so what's he got?
He sells magic ointment, potion of watchful rest, potion of water breathing, potion of lesser restoration, ring of swimming, a pearl of power, goggles of night, an elemental gem, potion of speak with animals, choker of animal speaking, powder of blinding.
Now I can be super edgy.
Potion of enhanceability, compass of flora/fauna.
Can I get a gold chain and imbue it with the potion of blinding?
Maybe.
So that every time someone looks at it, the ice!
We'll see. Compass of
Why is it too
seeking, potion of speak with plants, choker of plant speaking, and a bag of bounty.
What's the pearl of power in the bag of bounty?
The pearl of power is used for spellcasters. It gives them an extra. It allows them to recharge spell slot level 1 through 3. Bag of bounty is like Critical Role's bag of holding.
So it's just a bag of holding?
It's a bag of holding for like monster parts. It allows them to keep for longer periods of time. It's like a little cooler. It's a mini fridge. Food won't go bad.
Stops
Dang,
decaying.
I'm gonna have a box on my back like friggin' Demon Slayer.
You know, that Death Stranding, man. Taking it higher and higher and higher.
Yeah, bag of bounty. My mistake. That's not what it does at all. What it does do is, from the bag, it can cast create food and water once a day, and you can make a check to see just how amazing this food is. Otherwise, it is just normal food that you can create once a day for free.
Alright, well, how much is the bag?
The bag of bounty, 250
250 what?
gold.
No, I'll wait for him to come back. We're not that rich yet.
If you're brave enough, you just swipe it. What you gonna do? I'll muscle you?
You see that deck?
He's half your size, but he's slippery as hell.
About 10 minutes pass. He comes back with a gem. It is more like a clear chunk of quartz that inside you can clearly see are a couple tear bubbles. Alright, that will be 300 gold for you.
Here and here, thank you.
Alright. Smooth transaction. I take it you're hireling adventurer types?
Baby. I'm on vacation.
Ah, well, never mind then.
We're having dinner at the... What was the place?
You were just told that it was the tavern.
The tavern. With fancy people, I guess. I don't know.
Ah, wonderful. Perhaps they will be able to tell you of some of the problems we've been having in town. And if you happen to be mercenaries for hire, we could, I'm not gonna lie, we could probably use a little bit of help.
I kind of start ignoring him while he's while he's talking.
Yeah, you're just staring at the gym, walking out.
Yeah, I walked out. I'm gonna find like a dark alley so I can start. I was going to conjure.
Max, what are you doing?
Yeah.
We'll get to that. So Kulkras, you're left in this establishment while Vaxxus is just walking out. Yes.
Can you make my axe better?
Yeah, I can do that. Will take about 2 days, but I can add a layer of enchantment on it that will make it better. Cost 100 gold.
You put some sparkles on it. There, it's better.
All right.
If you want it fast-tracked for 1 day, throw in an extra 25 gold, and I can do that.
Done.
It's a bargain.
Right hand of my axe and the 103. Oh, thanks.
Yeah.
125 gold.
I will hand him actually 130 gold.
Thank you for your generosity.
Now I have to find my gold. Where is it? There it is.
Alright. Come back tomorrow evening. It should be ready by then.
Thank you.
Thank you for your patronage. Is there anything else that we can do for you at the Weaving Waves?
Is there a shield you can use that you don't have to hold? Because that thing requires 2 hands. I can't have a shield in my other hand.
Yes. There are certain enchantments that allow you to temporarily boost your defensive capabilities. It's like an arcane shield, but it has limited uses. It would take me some time to make one of those. If not me, then you're probably better off elsewhere for that.
Okay, I just wanted to see if it existed.
It can certainly be done.
Okay, I will be back tomorrow around the same time.
Alright.
Unless we're out to die. But
What?
Vax isn't here.
I think we'll be fine, Vaxxus.
Yeah, but... Oh, shit.
Could I ask all the children and housewives about the street life and if they've seen certain people? If they know certain things?
Sure. Just make a
No.
persuasion.
Now he's really trying to get them to sing that song from Annie.
Yeah. I'm just trying to see if they've seen my people walk past a bird and a turtle.
Please, sir, can you give me some more coin?
You said a
No.
persuasion?
Yeah.
Rats. 13.
13.
Curse my charisma.
The most unique people that have been by in the past while is Sir Klaus and his little traveling band. It's unique in their own right, but they've only been around for a couple days. Past that, not a whole lot. There were some orcs that ran through, just passed by. They came in from the east that you would know were the River Watchers, and they went towards Langdale. But a couple days later, they ran past back east without staying in town, carrying what seemed to be a wounded man, which you would know would be this orc that went frenzied after being pulled away from that town. But that's about it. Oh, also there is a tiefling merchant that's in town, but that's about it.
And there's this ice cream shop on 4th.
Yeah, and then from there it starts to
where the best food places at, the best drinks, where's the best drink, where's the best anything at, food, libraries.
Everyone usually goes for the best meals at the town tavern called Serpent's Rest.
The best meals are at Serpent's Rest.
Yes, mostly everyone just cooks for themselves. This is primarily a farming, hunting, and fishing town, but it also doubles as a fort, so there is a heavy military presence here. But they don't really do much because Venser is so far out of the way from everything, so that it's more or less ran by a skeleton crew of soldiers and arcane guards. But they have their problems.
What do they do for fun?
River volleyball. River volleyball, and they listen to the Vox box that this whole time has been playing.
Does any of them have any idea what a monk is?
It's like
They understand the concept, like, oh, those are like one kid says, oh, that's a guy who fights with his fists. No, that's a guy who fights with his mind. You're thinking of a wizard. No, I'm not. Aren't those the guys that hang out in mountains the whole time? Yeah, that sounds about right. That's about all that you get.
I don't correct them.
What is a monk?
I don't
Just
correct
laugh.
them.
I don't correct them. Like, you're alright. You're alright. I got all the town gossip.
Figured as much.
Talk to your local elephant man to know who the local harlot is. Who's the house wrecker? Whose kid has the downs?
If you're asking for like the most local news,
I know
like
about
the
it. We don't
most
talk about little Timmy.
local goings on as well.
I know who's cheating on who.
Oh, they don't know anything about monks. They don't know anything about the people who I'm looking for. Probably. Have they ever heard of the Shivering Isles? Do they know where I'm from?
They've heard about the continent of Yeastburg, but that's about it. They know it's cold.
Yeah, that's about it then. I guess I'll waste more time by telling them stories of my travels, so they can know about the world that's outside of their little hidey hole. These hayseeds.
While that is going on, Shiima, what are you up to?
I'm probably just gonna go back to the tavern or inn or whatever and start looking at my books.
Okay. You find the fuck, I was just here. You find the Serpent's Rest Tavern, and inn. It is a fairly small establishment, just a singular square with a second story. Drinks and food are being served for the evening patrons. You do see, at this point, one of Klaus's companions, the Minotaur female. She's wearing blue robes, and she has a staff with what appears to be a chunk of ice at the end, and she's drawing on one of the side walls of the tavern in blue chalk.
God, it's graffiti!
Can I guess from wherever I am at my table or whatever, can I see what she's drawing?
I mean, how close do you want to be?
It's about to sacrifice everybody with the
How big is the room?
That's right.
How many tables are there?
Philosopher's Stone Town.
I'd say it's a good 50 by 50 feet room, and you can get a table as closest to her, 10 feet. It's your choice. How close do you want to be?
That's fine.
Just get up right next to her. What are you doing,
Yeah,
friend?
make a perception check.
I just want to read my book at a table, so I'll just pick whatever table.
Sure, make a perception check.
Fine, I get to roll something. No, like 9.
9. It's unfortunately you just happen to pick an angle where her staff is in the way of a lot of what she's drawing. But you do see elements of just circles on lines and diagrams, geometric patterns. Make an intelligence check.
Oh no, that's actually good. Thought that was a different number. 21.
21.
Yeah.
It seems that she is doing some form of advanced spellcraft with this chalk
Like she's drawing out a spell
on this wall. Yeah.
Yeah.
Not exactly sure what she's doing, but you gather could be something big.
How big is it on the wall?
Okay, it's kind of a personal
It's starting at eye level, and it seems it almost seems like it's
Like,
taking
is
up
she-
at the very least just above eye level and drawing down all the way to the floor.
Oh, so
But
she's
what
like
the- but
so
with-
she's
but
like
with a-
standing there doing like all this kind of stuff at the wall.
Yeah.
Okay. But I can't tell what kind of spell it is.
No, you know it's something big. Do you go to read your books, or do you go to talk to her?
I guess I'll talk to her, even though I really want to read my books.
Okay.
But I want to see what she's doing. So
Right.
I'll just ask
I'll
her.
reveal it.
I'm just gonna walk up behind her then, I guess. Just try to say, like, what are you drawing there?
I have to talk to people, but
Ah.
I read my books.
Yes. I am preparing a space for our dinner tonight. Did you need more of an explanation?
What kind of space? Is there not enough space here?
This place is homely, but I'm going to make something a little more personal
Wait
for
for
us.
the bartender. It's a little homely. Hey, fuck you!
Hey now, come on, man.
Not to worry. Sir Klaus has already compensated the bartender for letting us use their space. But if you want to see what it does, and it looks like she's been doing this for a while, and she finishes by putting just a little dot in the center of the door of this chalk. Oh, I ruined it already. And as she pulls back the chalk, a door appears. A large door, about 8 feet tall, and it is decorated with
8 feet? I don't have to hurt my back.
yeah. It is 8 feet tall, and the wood is a lot darker than the rest of the wood in the tavern, and it is decorated with runes that you don't quite understand, and hanging up on top are 2 long ivory horns in a crisscross fashion.
How long does this last? And I kind of gesture at the door.
It'll last about 1 day.
Is it alright if I go in there and read in peace?
Make a persuasion check.
Seen some fan's labyrinth, don't need to do the food. The eye monster will come after you. Push me the fuck out.
No. Natural 1. I'll just sit at the table.
You're saying that out loud. You see
You'll
the
be
kid
able
go,
to see
"Nuh-uh."
it later on tonight. Don't you worry. In the meantime, I have to make sure that everything is prepared properly for this evening.
You expect me to believe that the Northern Lights are in your kitchen? Yes. Did I see them?
She opens the door that, from what you understand of how spatial geometry works, this door should just lead to the outside.
Yeah.
But instead, when she opens it, you feel this rush of cold air. As you peek inside of the door, it is just a blizzardy winter snowscape. And she steps in the door. about an hour and a half. See you then. And closes the door.
And I'm just gonna think to myself, how am I supposed to be comfortable there? And I'm just gonna...
It sounds amazing in there.
I'm gonna
My natural habitat.
I'm gonna sit at whatever table was near the door then and just read one of the books.
What fresh hell?
You also notice that whatever snow that is inside of that door, it does not pass that threshold at all. And in fact, once the door is closed, you do not feel that rush of cold. But if you put your hand on it, it does feel kind of chilly.
I'm not touching it.
Okay, stay.
So
you sit.
I'm not interested enough to touch it.
Fair enough. You sit at the table, and which book do you start to read through first? Flip through first.
Guess I'll do... I don't know. I'll start with just the Sands of Time book.
Okay.
I want to see if what's in it is actually accurate, or if it's just people assuming things about the country.
Alright. Make an investigation check.
Is there any
Yeah.
mention of the spice?
There's another one.
Combat's gonna go great this session.
It's a.
I think it's a book.
I
Now
can't
is
read
my time
anymore.
to carry and dodge everything.
It's. You find yourself constantly just distracted because as much as you want to look through this book, you really want to know what the fuck is going on behind that door. And that is the most distracting part. And about 20 minutes goes by where you're like reading the same passage over and over again, trying to like commit it to memory,
Sound like the
and it's
last time I
just
tried to
not
read a book.
working, and you get frustrated.
Yeah, don't tell
Would
me
you
you're
like
not
to try
interested.
it again, or
hour.
switch to your other book?
Don't tell me you're not interested in the door. How dare you?
I'll try the other book then. See
Okay,
if I can focus on that one.
sure. Make an investigation check.
No, imagination.
Other
Better
choice.
than real life.
I mean,
You said another investigation?
Yeah.
Eh. Okay, that's better. 15.
15. Okay. This book is a collection of tales, a collection of stories between mortals who want to better themselves through the act of making a deal with a devil. A lot of these stories are parables that usually end in the demise of the mortals for not reading the fine print or making promises that they couldn't fulfill, and they lose their souls entirely. Some of the devils in the book mentions where they come from. Specifically the 9 hells, and some of them just mention the names of each level because they each have their own name. Like, I am from Cania, or I am from Phlegetos. And you get those names, but not a lot of context other than this is the first layer, this is the 7th layer, this is the whatever layer. As you're flipping through, something you find a gap in the between the pages, and you find what could be considered a bookmark. It is very, very thin, almost like a piece. It looks like a business card made of sheet metal.
Okay.
And you look at it, and it is, like I said, it is a thin piece of sheet metal that has golden engravings on it.
Can I, is it words or like an image?
It is words.
Can I read it?
You can.
What
Actually, what
language
languages do you speak?
Common, Dwarvish, Goblin, Sylvan.
Thank you.
Okay. It's interesting. Once you start to focus on it in Common, the words almost seem to shift into another language that you can understand. And you notice that this piece of metal is enchanted so that anyone of any language who looks at it can read it in any language. and on it says "Wicked Agreements"
On the bookmark? Or
on the
page?
card.
Yeah, on the bookmark card
Yeah.
thing. Okay.
It says "Wicked Agreements," comma, Relian, Rellian, comma, Devil's Reach.
Okay. And then I guess what page was it bookmarked on? Like, was there anything
Yes.
more interesting on that page?
The story begins. It is pieced between a couple pages that marks the beginning of a new chapter of a new story, where a young man seems to be making a deal with a devil who claims to be from the second layer of Nine Hells, Dis.
Could you grab one of the beers in the bottom? It looks like a strange Scandinavian man eating something.
Why does he gotta look strange?
And a Guinness, por favor.
I think it said it's like a pecan or a peanut butter pie flavored or something.
That didn't sound
Is there
as
anything else
funny
you
as
would
a
like to-
Scandinavian man eating something.
You said the story was just about a guy that made a deal with someone from Dis. That's all it was?
Yes.
It doesn't give any other specific names or anything.
If you want one of those too, feel free to grab
the
one.
The names in these stories are very, very
Yeah.
generic. Like, even the devil's names are like a form of Sylvan, which you can easily translate to clearly the bad guy of the story. Like, I'm Devil Batman, but in Sylvan, which sounds a lot more flowery. But the deal in the story, the devil in this story doesn't ask for the mortal soul. Instead, he keeps him on for a series of contracts, like a management associate kind of deal. Like, sure, I'll help you out, but you gotta work for me a little bit. You don't have to sell your soul, but you are gonna work for me.
I hear it's a very popular play. They call it The Intern.
But that's the most you get out of that.
Can open it.
If I'll be right every second.
Then I'll probably just keep reading the book just to sort of up my knowledge of the hells and stuff.
Okay. I'll give you the list of some of them later. In the meantime, Vaxxus, what are you up to?
I was trying to see if I would be able to... I was using a mace, but now I'm going to conjure a flail. I'm going to start using that instead as my melee weapon of choice. But I was going to see if I could specifically make that my packed weapon, but like encase the gem around like the bottom of the hilt, so I could like make the gem disappear with the mace and then have it come back to me when I recall it.
Alright.
But it says I believe it takes an hour to do that. But I just wanted to do it somewhere where people weren't just staring at me watching me do that.
Sure. So you find an alley in between some shops. Doesn't look very well traveled. There are like a number of barrels and boxes that are around that you can sandwich between to find a space for yourself to attempt this away from prying eyes. So is that what you do?
Yeah.
Alright. What was your first weapon, you said?
I was using a mace, but now I'm going to use a flail.
Flail.
So it does, instead of 1d6, it does 1d8, I believe.
Okay. What kind of flail is this? The one that has the ball and chains at the end, or just a
It's a ball and chain. Yeah.
Okay, got it.
Oh my god, he just needs healing powers, and then he can be Baguette.
Rally to me.
Mace to the face.
You sit cross-legged, your back against one of the buildings, and over the course of the next hour, you summon your first weapon, and for the next hour, you begin to concentrate. And you concentrate on this gem filled with your own tears. And slowly but surely, you see your weapon start to change. It starts to extend a little bit, and you notice that at the end of the flail part, before it breaks off into chains, parts of the metal start to thin and hollow, and to the point where it almost looks like a handle attached to a long, an elongated lantern with a hollow center. But you know that this thing's gonna fuck. It's gonna fuck up. It's gonna fuck people's day up. And from there, you see slowly forming are these interweaving loops for the metallic chains. And what do the ends look like?
Well, it's kind of gonna be like a jagged, like spikes around the bottom, like at the end of the hill, and then I would say it's like maybe like a serrated kind of looking disco ball type of deal before it goes on into a chain, and then it's just like a typical like twisted like black iron ball with spikes at the end for the actual mace portion, but it's pretty much like all like a black obsidian type of deal.
Alright. So at first this lantern bit forms, and then it gives way to a serrated disco ball kind of a look. By your own words.
Yeah. Just something to house it essentially, but yeah.
And that's where the gem is.
Yeah.
The forming around this gem, and from there,
just to kind of keep it like on me, but not on me, essentially.
All right.
Does that mean disco is canon?
Yes. So Disco Stew.
Disco Stew. That's the boogaloo.
He's a level 28 raid boss.
Eventually, your new flail is crafted, and you hear a voice whisper in your head. That's a very creative use of power.
I make do with what I have.
And make do, you do.
Is it the female voice again?
No. Not yet.
I just ignore him and make it disappear.
As it disappears, it actually disappears in a burst, like of green flame, which does unnerve you, but it passes.
Kind of scowl a little bit in the alley.
Is there anything else that Vaxxus would like to do in preparation for this evening's dinner?
I think I'm going to find somewhere to gamble and drink. Pile on!
Alright.
Get drunk so we can put it on your tab.
Eventually you are pointed towards the...
Unless it's the same tavern.
It is the tavern.
With one tab.
Hey, Vaxxus! I don't know you people.
This is quite literally a one tavern town.
Damn.
All the excitement happens here.
Cursors.
Well, I guess I'm going to the tavern then.
Alright. You make your way to the Serpent's Rest, and you see Shiima by one of the doors. Door? That's weird. reading some books. You see a handful of dudes playing cards, and make a perception check for me.
Playing Gwent.
No.
8.
8. That's pretty much all you recognize as of right now. Unfortunately, you don't notice a voice calling out your name in this tavern until this individual.
It's for the better.
Until this individual is right up on you, and you are forced to acknowledge.
Got it. There goes my cover.
Yep.
How'd they find me? You just. Yeah, I'm like Nick Cage.
No, come on,
no.
take some time, get in the character.
And this individual slaps you really hard on the back shoulder.
Uh-oh.
And
Give it all you got.
And gives a very jovial.
Vaxxus! There you are!
And you turn and you see the face of Kazul Dinvula, dressed in much more cleaner clothes than what you normally remember him wearing. Old as fuck, but still has a smile on his face. A red-skinned tiefling with his horns still through his older-looking hat, but that seems to be like the only old thing that's on him.
What kind of hat does he have now? I'm curious.
It's like a cab driver hat.
Okay.
Like a brown one.
Sure.
But his horn goes right through one of them, and it rests on one side.
That's pretty cool, actually. Okay.
Vaxxus, my boy! What brings you here?
Well, I was doing some work for Boldor, but I didn't fancy we would cross paths.
Neither did I. Come. You still drink, right? Ah, what am I kidding? Of course you do.
Well, yes, but you seem to be doing very well. What have you been hauling? Gold?
A little bit of everything. Come. Let me introduce you to my companions. Fallon! Falneras! Valley!
He escorts you to his table, where there is a human wearing long blue robes, short black hair, and a elven female of similar robes. Instead of short black hair, it's slightly longer and brown, and they both just give you a completely uninterested look, just like a hi.
Okay, so it was a human in robes and
a female elf in robes.
Is this your muscle? It doesn't look like they can lift a lot of weight.
Muscle's not always about, build.
Appearances.
Yeah. No, these are...
I gotta remember every single fucking made-up term I made for this game.
It's tough out here, man.
I know.
Hoopananny?
These are shepherds from the Order of the 12. They serve Ioun.
Oh,
They're part of my caravan.
your religious posse, I understand.
Now, I know you're not the most spiritual type, but they're good people.
What did you call it again?
They are shepherds from the Order of the 12.
Okay, go on.
These aren't the same people that helped me, well, grant your final passing, but they're cut from the same cloth. And it's because of them that I'm able to do some more work with the Boldor trading guilds. I'm a real guildsman now. It's great. We sell all sorts of things: religious iconography, religious trinkets, some healing potions, and spellcrafting components on the side. And you know me, I'm always trying to sell my own pottery and wares. I don't sell too much, but everything else, sell like hotcakes.
I'm happy for you. never seen you this successful.
Yeah, I know. If only good old Isabel could see me now, she'd be so pleased.
You would both be retired by now if she was still here, with the money she brought in from her jewelry.
Yeah, tell me about it. So are you traveling alone? Do you want to hitch a ride with me?
Oh yes, I'm traveling alone, but I'm taking a vacation right now.
Don't blame me. I don't blame you at all.
I'll come back to work when I'm ready. I just need to take some time, you could say.
Hey, you take all the time you need.
Valen, the human, speaks up. So, Gagool, is this your son that we keep hearing about?
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, Vaxxus, this is Valen, and
I can't read my own writing. God damn.
Isn't that the most demoralizing feeling in the world?
No.
Fuck, I wrote it. Oh.
I'm gonna get that as a sound effect every time you say, I can't read my writing. Rugrats theme song.
I'll have you know, sir, you made my night when you said that.
Good. My chicken scratch. This is Valen and Falanas. I call her Fally for short.
They both raise their tankards in a very, very half-hearted. Hey.
Would you like me
Is that
to
the man in the
dangerously
elf?
throw this at you so you can write that down so you don't forget?
I got it.
Okay.
Is that the man in the elf you mentioned?
Yeah.
What are the names again, you said?
Valen, V-A-L-E-N.
Yeah.
And Falanas, F-A-L-E-N-A-S.
Say that one more time.
F-A-L-E-N-A-S.
Okay, I got you. Yes, it's great to meet you. I'll forget you by tomorrow.
Hey, don't worry about it. So, have you eaten yet?
Oh yes, I've been eating 3 square meals a day.
Now, come on now. You know you shouldn't lie to your father like that.
Fine. Twice.
Small order of biscuits. Don't worry, I got it.
Shiima, make a perception check, just for the fuck of it.
I mean, he sounds loud enough, I figure this
Yeah, I know, but ones exist.
Ones do exist.
She's already gotten 2 of them.
She forgot
Maybe in luck.
she forgot she bought 2 books, so that does make sense.
Really engrossed in those books right now.
You said perception.
Yeah.
12.
12? Yeah, you hear a lot of this going on. And you can put 2 and 2 together and realize, oh, Vaxxus is talking to his dad? Okay.
Vaxxus doesn't have a dad.
He just became.
He just crawled out from under a rock one day.
So now you're kind of locked into this. Oh, I'm going here. I'm going there. We're doing these kinds of trades. These are the kinds of interesting people that I've met. And this goes on for some time.
As I said, wait for those rich people to walk by and just tap them on the shoulder. Hey, don't fill up on bread.
Orlin, what are you up to?
Whatever you don't finish, put in a
Is there a
bag.
bathhouse in town?
You can eat
There
that
is
later.
a bathhouse in town.
Me and Saoirse will head over there.
Yeah, the Riverside Wash. It's less of a
he was
bathhouse
baptized
and
us.
more of a communal shower
That's episode part
place.
2.
He'll get squirted on
Log
next.
cabin
The rewashing.
exteriors, very, very polished
Say that.
wood on the inside so that it doesn't rot because of all of the moisture. You have your choice of like those standing group showers that like sportsmen use, or the segregated individual shower rooms, and you are provided towels and a general bar of soap, and it's like 3 copper.
I'll take one of the individual rooms. Is there anybody there that could get the wrinkles out of my fine clothes.
Make
They've been in my backpack for however long we've been playing.
make a persuasion check. Actually,
I was gonna say this for the rest of us is like the first or second time we actually washed.
I'm assuming you guys are washing regularly without having to say, like, man, I haven't shit in 3 weeks.
That's your mistake. I was fucking
11.
dank.
11. Alright.
You're saving it for the fancy. Your companions need a bath. All of us, bath. Saving it for the fanciest town in the kingdom. We're all
My
sitting with-
thoughts are clean, so my body is clean. As the Lord intended. Excuse me while I shit myself and not wipe.
We're all sitting there with like all of our mouths open because we have the least amount of intelligence.
I have all this wisdom, but no brain to hold it.
What is our collective intelligence modifier?
Not good. Really not good.
-1.
You said collective intelligence modifier?
I mean, I'm gonna boost.
I think
everybody,
we're at a
right?
0 if we add all ours together
Yeah, probably.
and actually add ours. Okay, so -1, -1,
-1.
-1.
So we're
Plus
thinking-
2.
Oh, we're
Oh,
negative
we're
2.
We're at collective -2 intelligence. We are the smart.
Nailed it, boys. Nailed it. That's why I make a conscious effort to make bad decisions here and there.
But we're all strong as fuck.
We're wicked
Well,
smart.
There's rocks, but you can hit like them.
You don't have high dex?
Too, it's fine.
You said strong.
Yeah, I can
That's
use
strength.
dex instead
I mean-
of strength modifier instead.
This wash house doesn't really deal with clothes, but they do mention that there is a goblin girl that hangs out just outside who cleans clothes for cheap. Her name is Kaza.
Okay, I'll go talk to her first.
All right.
He put work in the cause.
You walk outside and you look around.
Just
She's
make
not
sure
hard to
just make sure you got a firewall so you don't get any viruses.
Him get to Kaza.
You find a little goblin girl in a blue, kind of like a denim dress with honestly her hair not that bad for a goblin, and you've seen some crazy goblin hairstyles. Hers is like you imagine if left unchecked, it would just be a big crazy tangled mess, but it is like in a very very tight braided pigtails that kind of like go up a little bit.
Do most goblins look like they're in like a greasy punk rock band?
Most of them look like
Undomesticated
stray-
goblins, yes.
They look like stray matted bobcats.
This
Oh no, I was looking
write
at
this down
the.
before I forget.
I was looking at time because I was going to time on how long you took
I'll
to
speak to
describe
her in
Kaza.
Goblin and say, hello, Kaza, I presume.
She responds in Goblin. Yeah, that's me.
I have some work for you if you're interested. I would like my clothes cleaned and wrinkle-free within an hour, hopefully.
I can do you one better. I can do that in 6 seconds or less. Welcome to Kaza's Wonder Wash. What clothes do you need washed today, mister?
Well, if all of it's an option...
Everyone's got a Brooklyn accent. I'm sorry.
You work on it. You work on it.
Harley Quinn.
Forget
Goblin?
about it.
You love
Forget about it.
You love the culture. You'll be alright.
I pull my fine clothes out of my backpack and set them down in front of her,
She can take your shit.
and my wolfskin cloak.
All right. That'll be 1 silver per wash load.
Is that 2 then for the clothes and the cloak?
Because you're handsome, I'll give you a 2-for-1 deal.
I'll give her 2 silver anyway, because I'm flattered.
She kindly accepts it.
That's because he counted wrong, wasn't it?
And you watch as she takes the clothes in front of you, and she just makes a waving motion with her hands. And as she does that, you watch as any errant dirt or soot or debris of
Blood.
travel just sift away from these clothes, and they look completely wrinkled, free, and pressed.
You're a very talented person. I appreciate your skill set.
Bonk around the head
Thank
so
you
no one
very
else can
much.
use it.
I'm glad to hear it. And as she's saying that, you see an apple hit her on the side of the head as like two kids from like 30 feet away are like chucking an apple at her.
That kid's got an arm.
30 feet?
Yeah.
And it was a headshot?
Yeah.
Did she fall over?
No.
He's on the All-Star team. Huh?
That shot put?
And you hear as one of these kids yell out, "Hey, you don't want to get your clothes cleaned by her?"
Mid-sentence, I'm going to try and grab the apple and throw it back at him.
Sure. Make a ranged attack roll.
Got you strength for this? Since it's a thrown weapon?
I'll allow it.
21.
You gotta knock that kid out of
Ooh,
space.
wait. Him in the dick.
That's without my proficiency
Roll
bonus.
a d4 for me.
Him in the dick.
2.
One for each testicle. Get it.
This kid yells out, "You don't want your clothes washed by a nasty gum?" Ah! And he hits him in the head as well.
You're now charged with manslaughter.
It's like the Skyrim guards. Oi!
You actually hit him right in the nose, and there's a small trail of blood. At this point, these kids are running in the other direction.
What an arm.
Kaza goes, "Thanks, mister, but you didn't have to do that."
No worries, those kids were out of line.
They always are, but they're just jealous. That's what my mom and pa always say. I'm really sorry about this. Look, if you want, you can have your silver back. If you don't like your clean clothes, and she looks away with her eyes closed while holding the silver in her hand.
I'll put another silver in her hand and say, you're an upstanding citizen of this town. This kid should respect you.
We can have fresh laundry.
She opens one eye and then the other, and she looks at it, and she gives you a smile, holds it tight. "Thank you, mister. Tell my mom and pop about you. What's your name?"
Orlin.
Finance manager.
Orlin? Tell you what, if you ever want to meet my mom and pop, she points over to a shack of a home that has a very, very green thatched roof. Come by and tell them that Kaza sent you.
I'll be sure to do that.
Be sure
And
to
we
Thanks,
go
sir.
to the bathhouse.
Thanks, mister.
recruit her in the bathhouse. Bring her with us. We need someone to watch over our items, to clean our clothes for free. All we do is feed her.
Am I passing by at this
That's
point?
me.
Because I don't know where I'm at.
You wash our
Where would
clothes.
you like to be?
I read it
Just
as
wandering the
well.
streets.
She has the same spell.
You see an apple come flying over the
That's why I don't need
Yeah,
a
can I just be
pass.
like that? Like, what the?
kid.
I'll say you see like a couple of kids running past you. One of them has like a clearly bleeding nose, and you hear under his breath, "That goblin bitch."
That sounds like Vaxxus. And I'll walk towards where they were running from.
Alright, you at this point you see Orlin and Saoirse about to enter the wash house with a goblin girl who seems to be wiping tears away from her face.
Catch up with Orlin before he goes into the bathhouse since I've already been in there.
Okay.
Orlin!
Yes,
Do I need new clothes?
probably she'll clean it for a good price.
But do I need new clothes for dinner?
I'll look him over. What are you wearing? Nice clothes?
I'm wearing purple shirt, black, not slacks, but like cotton pants and my leather duster.
You look like a fancy pirate kind of from my
He does.
I think it'd be good if you, gauging against the company of people that we saw that invited us, how does he look?
Comparable.
Okay.
You seem to remember that Klaus, the de facto head of the group, had very dirty boots.
Okay. If you just clean up, I think you'll be fine.
Oh,
Did they?
well, I already took a shower. Here. Like 3 hours ago.
Are the clothes clean?
Wait, we didn't see the goblin girl. She wasn't there. She wasn't working at that time.
I could go talk to her.
Need your clothes clean, mister?
She's still crying at this point.
Make a perception check.
These are just goblin tears. They're not real.
8.
8.
They're not real.
You don't see any.
My friend says you clean clothes.
I do. That'll be, what was it, 2 silver?
1 silver each.
One
silver per
one
silver
silver per wash, and you can keep wearing it if you like. It's a magic clean.
It's just sitting there. You can keep them on. Are you sure?
It's a magic clean.
I got it.
All right. How much for what's a load? What's a load in this scenario?
Whatever you are currently wearing, or like
get 'em.
if you have a basket full, that will cover.
Okay.
So do you get it?
Yes.
All right. And her silver. And
Well, how much should he pay you?
Yes.
Don't worry about it. And you watch as she starts to wave her hands around in a swirling motion, and you feel from your boots all the way to your to the what is this, the cuff of your the nape of your neck.
Oh, you say cuff is over here.
The base
I
of
don't
your
know
neck.
what this is.
The nape is up here.
The nape. Okay, thank you.
The base is down.
Your words work.
We don't wash clothes.
As you see the dust and soot and grime from adventures just wash up the way, and it is a warm sensation, like hot water, hot steam is washing you from the bottom up, and within 6 seconds you are clean.
Crystal.
Well, because my leather duster is heavy, then I'm going to give her 2 silver.
Thank you kindly, mister.
She just made half a gold in like 18 seconds.
It's really weird how money works in D&D. Every 10 is 1.
Yeah. So Orlin enjoys a nice wash. Not the finest of soaps, but they'll do.
I'll scrub down Saoirse too.
All right.
Need to get her a nice color.
After a while, she also begins to poof.
Is she like one giant pissed off cat? Like, not one. Just sit in the doorway.
Come on, sir.
She is complaining a lot, but
Silence!
it happens.
And then I'll like perfectly part my hair.
Nice. You manage to present to bring yourself into a position of noble presentation.
And then I'll head to the tavern. I'm assuming it's getting close to the time at that point.
At this point, yes. Kulkras, would you like to make your way?
I was going to say, as he's coming out, I'm just kind of standing outside, like, kicking rocks, like, I don't know the way to the tavern.
You smell better.
We've been in this town, like,
34
4 hours.
Like 2 hours. Just now coming up to 2 hours. At that point, you also see Salic has joined you at the entrance of the wash house, looking fantastically permed everywhere.
Look like a fine group of gentlemen now. And a lady, and a Saoirse.
It's like Cousin It with tusks.
She have like a little like tuxedo.
Never felt the wind
Cat
so
outfit.
cleanly before.
She get her like a tutu costume.
She'll sit there and walk upright too with the rest of you guys. Talking about Saoirse's gonna walk upright with you guys like that.
And that bear.
So do you guys make your way to the tavern? Alright.
Yeah.
guys cross into the threshold of the Serpent's Rest Tavern, and you watch as most of the traveling troupe that Klaus was with are gathered by this door that's inside of this tavern. And Shiima, you see this. Probably one of the members shows up. Probably the dwarven man first, followed by this mysterious woman with the rice field hat and dark leathers, followed eventually by Klaus. The Minotaur does not come out of that door the entire time that you've been sitting there. At this point, Gagool is talking to you, Vaxxus. Oh, there seems to be a lot of commotion going on over there.
Yes, I was invited to a party. They found me interested.
Oh, that's one way to spend a vacation.
Absolutely. So I must be going. If you're still around by tomorrow, we'll catch up some more.
Oh yeah, we'll be in town. Right, Valen? Yes, we'll be in town.
And it was lovely to meet your lackeys. I mean friends.
Don't worry about it. Oh, before you go, here, I got something for you. He pulls out a pouch. Here, I want you to have these for your vacation, wherever they may lead.
You didn't have to.
I know, but I want to make sure you're taken care of. Anyways, you'll figure out how they work. He hands you a pouch with 6 stones in them. Really shiny stones.
We're in Benzer now, right?
Yes. Which, your family does have a connection here.
Dacian? Dacian?
Yes.
How'd I say it? D-A-C-I-A-N?
Dacian, but whichever. Alright, well, you enjoy your party, and,
What are these? Are they candy?
Oh, they're purification stones. You throw them at things that you think might be cursed, and they become uncursed.
I kind of take one and I go, oh, absolutely. I like, start rubbing it on my face.
He just turns black.
It turns into ash.
Is it like chalk? Is it like leaving like a purple like smear on my face?
No. It is a very, very smooth. It almost looks like a stone made of glass, but it is like very, very smooth.
Kind of wait till he turns around and just did that.
There is a slight salty texture, taste to it. Not quite on the level of a salt rock, but comparable. And if you want to know what,
and here I got this for you since we're doing a present exchange. I give him a bottle of Goldshire that I got from the Water Tribe Village.
Is that the fish one?
Yep.
You shouldn't have.
Well, I didn't have much else to give you, and I think if you don't drink it pretty soon, it's going to really smell like fish.
Fair enough. Well, hey, it was good seeing you again, and I hope I see you once more before either of us takes off.
Absolutely. Just don't wake me up before noon.
No promises. Enjoy yourself.
Likewise.
At this point, Klaus, red-skinned human male tiefling dressed in noble red leathers, turns to whoever is currently present. I'm assuming everyone at this point.
I just wanted to point out, you said human male tiefling.
Oh, fuck.
You totally did.
Red-skinned human male tiefling. I was like, what?
The red-skinned human. I was like, Okay. Tiefling. That's better.
Thank you. So, shall we? Wonderful. I hope none of you are impartial to the cold.
Cold. Are we going to the place cold?
He doesn't say anything. Instead, he just opens the door that is on this wall. This door is very, very clearly different from all of the wood in this tavern.
How soon before we see the snow when he opens the door?
It is almost instant. In fact, like as soon as he opens the door, the door kind of blows open a little bit just because of the wind on the other side is so strong.
How do we go?
And on the other side of this threshold, there is just a wintry snowscape that is like battered with like almost a blizzard. Don't worry, it's not that far of a walk. Shall we?
I'm already in there.
We get it, and he's just rolling around.
Yeah, I love the snow. I love the snow. Who's the first one to walk past here and get hit with a snowball? Who's the first one in?
It's weird.
It's the host.
And like as soon as you walk in, it is exactly as you imagined it would be. The crunch of snow underneath your hooves. There's just an endless sky above you with snow falling. There's wind. It looks really weird because behind you, it does just look like an empty landscape with a door just materialized in the middle of it.
I've seen weirder things.
But if you follow the path of the door about 50 feet in that direction, you see a large, like 2-story log mansion.
I pick up some snow and I try and push it through the door with my hand.
You take the snow, you mush it into a ball, and as your hand passes the threshold, the snow doesn't melt; it just disappears.
As everyone's making their way through the door, I notice I'm a little underdressed, and I pull out my fine clothes for the occasion. And instead of going somewhere to change, I just start changing in the middle of the tavern, like a true degenerate. Pretty much.
Vaxxus, this isn't home. You can't do that here.
Sorry, can't hear you right now.
I'm sorry, I can't hear you. I'm naked.
Can you speak up, please? I'm not wearing pants.
Because I don't really want
Everyone sees and hears him do this.
I want
too
to
busy
probably be
needing
the
this
last one through the door anyway, because I don't want to go in the cold.
I failed my perception roll on purpose.
Klaus looks over at you.
I just met him a couple days ago.
I'm sure he's a wonderful conversationalist.
He is, actually.
I'll believe it when I see it.
Can I grab the top of this invisible door in the tundra area?
Are you trying to hang on it?
I want to perch on it I can touch it?
Yeah.
Can I pull myself up?
Like
how much? Like if I put my hands up on top of it?
On the outside?
Yeah, on the outside. What am I gripping on? If I'm holding it on the outside in the snow, what am I holding on?
There is like a door on this side, just a frame door.
It's like a Masu's door.
So can I like perch on it like a gargoyle?
You can if you want.
Perch on it like a gargoyle, the big ass elephant. No one knows I'm up there.
You break it and you're locked in there? No!
You're locked in here
Snow
with
Angel.
me now. But yes, each of you find your way into this winter wonderland scape and are marching towards this large wooden mansion. And that is where we are going to take a quick break.
Time for bye.
Time for pie.
A quick shout out to all the people and organizations whose music and artwork is featured in the show. Some of the music you're hearing in the background tonight comes courtesy of Midnight Syndicate, If you are looking for music for your games, check them out on Spotify, iTunes, ask Alexa for Midnight Syndicate, or just go to their website at www.midnightsyndicate.com. A big thank you to the one, the only, Kevin MacLeod. Check out the amazing works of Kevin MacLeod, a full-time composer who has published over 2,000 compositions, most of which he's made available for others to use, using the Creative Commons by Attribution 3.0 license. Check out his stuff on YouTube and incomptech.com. Thank you, Irutan, for letting us use your music. This amazing savant of Celtic and medieval melodies can be found on YouTube and irutanmusic.com. We would also like to thank Blizzard Entertainment, CD Projekt Red, and Bethesda for having such iconic and impactful music, as well as allowing for fans to utilize said content in productions like these. Please keep in mind that this is all fan-generated content and is not sponsored or endorsed by Blizzard Entertainment, CD Projekt Red, or Bethesda. We just really enjoy their content. A big shout out to Derek and Brandon Feitcher. Their amazing compositions can be found on YouTube under Fantasy and World Music by the Feitchers, as well as iTunes, Bandcamp, Amazon, and Spotify. Go check them out. Stringstorm does music, voice acting, sound effects, and more. There's a lot of creative symphonic metal songs on their YouTube channel, and most, if not all, of their songs can be purchased at store.stringstorm.info. The artwork for our logo was done by Sanzaki Kojika. Check out her artwork and content at twitch.tv/Sanzaki Kojika. And the opening animation was edited by CJ Emmanuel II. Thank you very much, and enjoy the show.
And we're back. So, you guys find yourselves in this this very impromptu winter wonderland scape of existence through the door of this tavern. It is cold, like really fucking cold out to them. But for you, you are having the time of your life, Salic.
I don't know if I've actually been somewhere that's cold, but I do have cold resistance.
Nice. Yeah, it is actually a fairly comfortable temperature, and because you took the time to wear some fancy clothes. What do your fancy clothes look like?
It kind of look. I'm a little overdressed, but it seems more like a wedding suit attire. It looks like a black, but if you see it in the light, like it kind of flashes to like a dark red, depending on how you catch it.
Fancy.
So
I like it. Undershirt.
Yeah, it's like a fancy white undershirt.
No pants.
Is it?
Donald ducking it.
Is it like a pirate poof or smooth?
I'll just say it's like a smooth, like college shirt with the one button undone on top.
He looks like Alexander Hamilton.
You are escorted through the blizzard. Klaus goes, "It's all right. It takes some getting used to the first few times, but afterwards, it's just par for the course."
I'm just like walking ahead of him while he's doing that.
Okay, that's fine. Eventually, as I said, you come to. Excuse me, music here.
Yeah, Barry.
Too jovial.
I was gonna say, yeah, keep playing out those snowballs, everybody.
Okay.
You guys come to
Assassin!
the front entrance of this large wooden cottage of a mansion. Two very, very large doors with intricate rooms that nobody here except for Salic recognizes. These are just some general runes of that's mostly used in Ysgard. Ysgard has like their own language, which, surprise, you know. It just basically says "Welcome home" on it.
Please call you Ease Guard.
I'll give you a spelling later. Let's not worry about that right now.
Since I have that weird metal card, can I read it? The card lets me read stuff, right?
No, the card itself is meant to be read by all languages, but that's not it. But you open the doors to the doors open actually on their own inside, and you are greeted with a very, very warm interior. There's a large fireplace in the back wall, which is like 40, 50 feet in the direction of the entrance. Hard stone floors, long-ass hardwood table that has fine marble trimming on the end.
Is it built for big people?
Some chairs are built for big people.
Mine.
There is also nearby a collection of almost spectral, ghostly servants, butlers, and maids that are translucent, but they seem to each be holding thick fur coats of different shades and colors. And they just hold them out, and they each have like a very warm smile on their face, which is kind of upsetting a little bit because you do not see their feet.
Would it be disrespectful if I waved my hand through you?
Say that again.
Would it be disrespectful if I waved my hand through you?
Go right ahead.
I was gonna say, I'm already poking one of them. Just
yeah, your hand just goes right through them.
There's nothing there, huh? Does it feel like a temperature change, or is it like moist or humid?
It feels like putting your hand through a dehumidifier.
Our hosts are looking at us like we're not random tourists. Like, stop that!
That's
about the only consistency that you can feel.
I kind of look at one of them and say, "Who is your master here?"
They all point towards Lady Sanala Frosthorn, the Minotaur female who is waiting at the end of the table, bundled up in blue-dyed furs.
Did they do it all at once, though, to be real creepy about it?
Yes. Yes, they do.
Is it a comfortable temperature in here? Is it still cold?
It's a little chilly, but the hearth of the fire is making up for it.
What did the ghosts have again?
They are holding out bundles of different sizes and colors of like fur cloaks. Probably for those who think, we know that this is cold, but that's why we have fur cloaks in case you want to warm up a little bit more.
I pass.
You're fine. This is comfortable for you.
I'll take a brown.
Alright. Large brown bear cloak.
I'll take a blue one.
Alright. There are furs dyed odd colors. You do find a similar shade of blue. Is anyone else cloaking up for the evening?
I look kind of haughtily at them and pull my wolfskin cloak a little tighter.
Jon Snow over here.
You said, "Ah."
What is Klein and Klaus wearing?
Klein is not there.
Okay.
Klaus, you haven't met Klein yet. Klaus, he is wearing a similar wolf cloak, but his is dyed red. Please, find yourself some seats, and we'll be served, I imagine, shortly, right? Yes. Wonderful.
Lady Frosthorn, this place is impressive. Very impressive.
Thank you very much. It is inspired from home.
Can I touch the ceiling?
The ceiling
Or
is
too
about
high?
It's 30 feet tall.
Good luck.
Step of the wind.
There are at least a dozen chandeliers and a bunch of candelabras that seem to light this hall, and there are two at the edge of each walls large staircases that seem to go up to these second floor, and every now and then there are windows that reveal the wintry snowscape outside.
I start to wander, and then I rein myself back in.
If this is not your home, then where are we currently?
We are in a demi-plane of my own creation. I can only make it every so often, but creating it restricts the rest of my arcane abilities.
Is this a pocket universe?
It is.
Oh, this is great.
It's not as big as you may think it is. It just looks that way from a perspective.
I was gonna say he hits a boundary.
No,
This place is fantastic. Boom.
I imagine I'm leaving, and you just like run, and you just like come back running.
Open
How'd
the
you
door.
guys get over here?
If you walk past the door from the outside, about 10 feet, you will find an invisible wall that you cannot pass through.
You want to run through it?
I mean, did I find this door? Did I find this invisible wall? Did I
No,
wander
you
that
didn't.
far?
No, you didn't walk. You didn't say that you walked back there, but you can certainly try doing that on your way out.
I'll do that later. I'm trying to be respectful. We all came here for a reason. I'm not going to wander around the house all the time.
Alright. Other spectral servants, and you all see there's a lot of these servants just around.
Can your ghosts talk
varying-
with their ghosts?
I'm not gonna rage in here.
Where do you get all of your servants from?
This soup is dry.
They come
The
with
ghost.
They come with the pocket dimension.
Can they affect us?
If I want them to.
If they came with the pocket dimension, were they here already when you came here, or did you construct them yourself?
A little bit of both.
How well do they make food?
Why, yes. They have been making food for the past hour and a half.
How can they make the food if they have no taste buds?
I tell them to have taste buds. Therefore they do.
Wow.
Got it.
Magic is a weird thing.
What are you worried about? You have no taste anyway.
I know a cheap shot when I hear it. Sober or not.
How sober are you?
The dwarf.
I haven't actually had a chance to drink yet, so I am completely sober.
When you were with your dad, he just kept serving you water the whole time.
Water and biscuits. I'm sitting.
Jesus.
I was sitting there like hiding some of it like under the table.
He's trying to sober you up.
When was the last time you were this hydrated?
I can't remember.
When the last time you was hydrated, the last time I had a biscuit. What was that? I won't tell you.
The dwarf speaks up. Don't worry about the taste. I've had plenty of ale here. It tastes fine. And it gets you drunk just as well.
Shit
Magic
ale.
or not.
Shit ale will still get you drunk, regardless.
Yeah, but don't you want to enjoy it?
It starts becoming enjoyable to me. Once the fuzzies start to kick in.
I would like to get to know you first before I start making a fool of myself.
Then he won't get to know you at all.
Well, first things first, let's find ourselves some seats. Klaus's troop sits entirely on one side of the table. The ends are empty, as in, there's nobody at the head, but Klaus does sit at one end, on one side of the table, followed by the dwarf, Gagool, the mysterious female, the minotaur, Sinala, and this furbolg gentleman who's been very, very quiet this whole time, with gray skin and long, mousy brown hair. I assume you guys all sit down as well? Does anyone want to sit across from anyone?
I'll sit across from Klaus.
Alright.
I'll sit across from the Samurai Jin.
Who's the furthest away from the fire?
The furthest away from the fire, that will be the Furbolg gentleman.
I guess me and him are buddies.
I'm actually going to beckon Shiima to take the second seat next to me because I feel like she's the one that's going to least embarrass me.
Too late, I took it.
I want to sit close to the fire.
Shiima, where'd you...
I don't care who I sit by. I just want to
Doing
sit
musical
by the fire.
chairs?
Alright, so it'll be Orlin, Vaxxus, and then either Shiima or Kulkras.
So I'm sitting right next to Orlin?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I'll sit by
musical
Orlin
chairs.
if you want to.
Orlin's
from
at
under.
the end, so there's no, next to him, but Vaxxus took his seat.
Don't worry.
So you get the third closest.
Believe it or not, I used to be an actor, and I can play the part.
Unless
if
Kulkras
need be.
really wants
You know
that
which
third
silverware
seat.
to use?
It sounded like you were the cat was taking it.
There's not really a chair
Most
for
likely
Saoirse.
She's gonna curl up by the fire.
But there is like a nice fur, like a large dog / cat bed made of furs and whatnot. She's more than welcome to use that. That is conveniently placed next to the seat you already took.
Orlin was asking me if I know the silverware layout and how to use it. What kind of roll would you need me to make for that? And would I have intelligence?
Straight up
Your favorite.
intelligence.
Let's see, you get your 20.
I used to be somewhat of an actor. Would I have ever acted out any fancy stuff?
We'll find out.
Not good. 5.
Yeah, there are forks on this table.
I may need a small refresher.
Alright, well then I'll sit on the other side of Vaxxus.
We got fine dining utensils.
I just
This is the
going
lobster
farther and
fork.
farther away from it.
Probably like 6 forks.
Unfortunately, yeah.
You start from the outside in.
Unfortunately, there's a lobster fork.
I will try not to forget that by tomorrow.
Don't use your hands for anything.
Alright, so we got from
Especially
the fireplace we got Orlin, Vaxxus, Kulkras, Shiima, Salic. Does anyone want to play musical chairs?
I'm unhappy because I'm already beat by the fire.
You want to fight Kulkras for it?
No, I want to fight Vaxxus for it.
I thought.
Do it.
Yeah. No one wants to fight Kulkras!
Wait, so what's happening now?
No one wants to fight
I wish
Kulkras.
to
No one wants to fight Kulkras.
fire. You're fine with the cold.
Awesome
You go
ball
sit
drummer.
down there.
I noticed that I am pretty close to the fire, and that I don't want to make a fool of myself with the dining arrangements.
Have I ever
I
seen
switch
these?
chairs with
Have
them.
I ever seen fine dining utensils?
You're like
We'll get to that.
down there.
Oh, I'm all the way in the end.
You're like second from the end. That's what he said. I think.
do we need?
If I trade with him, where is he then?
Uh,
Second
okay.
at the other end.
Second from the.
Sure, good.
Yeah,
Could you set it up?
Put a piece of wood
Battle
on
match
the
for
table.
Yeah,
Hey, where's that stuff I bought? I think there's a fireplace in there.
probably. Yeah, it's in
Bring
that.
out the props.
Table.
Guys gonna switch over to the table. Okay, so we got Orlin,
Let me.
Shiima nearby.
Seriously.
Ironically-
Saoirse nearby.
That's totally not.
Ironically,
I was going to say
no.
that's totally not she.
And let
I don't
me.
see a fireplace, but I do see a table.
This is lighter than I thought it was going to be. A lot of Donkey Kong barrels in here.
Salic was all the way at the end.
Alright,
Kulkras
you
was in the middle. So we got this piece. Nope,
Yeah,
this
I'm
thing.
by Orlin.
I switched
Oh, it's Dungeons
Shima's
Dragons
seats
anyway.
because I did notice how close to the
Well,
fire
this
was.
would be fire.
There we go.
Otherwise, it might be like a pike type of trap thing. That looks like we used to have fire there.
Mid like silverware
Okay.
lesson, I start switching to Shiima and telling her how to use the
The
silverware.
dungeon master must make sure that his hair
Okay,
is not
okay.
sticking to his beard.
Do I understand his silverware lesson? Like, I'm not that uncivilized, right?
You're not. Yeah, sure. Make an intelligence check.
I was gonna ask, like, is it okay if I take those out and put them in a box? Because they're easier to take out. Because it's such a lovely box. I didn't want to fuck it up.
Five.
We can always keep them in the box, and then guess what's that?
Just don't eat the soup with your hands.
So we can always
Vaxxus already asked me that.
You know how to eat with utensils.
I
Just
decided
halfway
to
through
use
it.
1 fork, 1 spoon, 1 knife.
Honestly,
I don't care.
the silverware arrangement is extraordinarily simple. There is a knife,
Even
a
Kulkras
spoon,
can do it.
and a fork.
That's it. I find dining. Okay.
That is it. And you notice that the meals that are prepared are also very, very simple, but exotic from your guys' point of view. For Salic, this honestly feels like a taste of home. Roasted venison and other wintry beast meat, like bears, whale, elk.
What type of alpha shit is that? Whale?
You know that it doesn't taste all that good, but it's still there.
Whale.
It's traditional and be rude if you didn't eat it.
Seal.
I'm eating the apex of the apex. I am the alpha.
Mashed potatoes, carrots, corn, peas. That's his.
I was gonna say carrots, corn.
Mild
Carrot
sauce?
corn. Apples or oranges. There's literally just a little bit of everything. Goat cheese, yak milk.
Goat cheese is delicious.
It really fucking is.
Are we waiting to like say grace or like food's out there and we're just going in?
Not at all. At this point, everyone is seated, and Klaus gives the. Please dig in.
Ready, set, go. Begin. Fight.
And on the other
shit out
side
that
of the table, starting from the fire, we've got Klaus Eldridge, the Tiefling male. We got Dagror Goldbrow, the dwarven individual dressed in lots of heavy armored armor.
On the opposite side of the table, you said?
Yes.
Is the third one?
Second one.
Okay.
Along with like some silver and bronze embellishments. Next to him is that mysterious female who has yet to take off her hat.
Samurai Jen? Yep.
Next to her is Sinala Frosthorn, and at the end is the Furbulk.
Did we sit down before them?
They sat down before you.
I was gonna be like, if we sat down before them, I'm gonna be sitting there like this, trying.
Yeah, she's across from you, and almost like intently just pointed in your direct direction.
The rice hat girl?
Yeah,
Just staring at him menacingly?
As Jen.
hard to tell because the hat covers her eyes, but it is like I said, it's a black rice field hat with.
You're half dragon?
No,
He's orc.
Oh, half orc.
Half dragon.
The other character, he had like a dragon character.
yeah, I had a dragonborn last one.
time.
There's like, how much of a lizard are you? Like stare at her, then lick your eyes.
Wrong universe. No, she wears
I'm not
a
lizard folk.
She wears a black rice field hat with bright pink eyes that seem to pattern the rim of the hat with these long, flowing pink, kind of like translucent drapes that come all the way down to just past her shoulders.
Would I have traveled to her home country before to make it appear that I know a little bit about where she comes from?
Make a history check.
We're just all about to annoy this chick down. Come on!
13.
13. There's something familiar about her dress, but you're not exactly sure. You figure that once she probably starts talking and introduces herself, you'll be able to put two and two.
Well, I'm sitting across from...
It's not necessarily what she's wearing. It's the iconography.
Well, I was talking about Sanala.
Oh.
Because she's the one sitting across from me.
My mistake. Absolutely not. She's wearing these...
Okay.
She's wearing an open blue robe with like chest wraps around her private bits.
Okay.
You gather she's probably from a colder climate, but she's built.
Not of Arcala, or...
Not of Arcala.
Okay.
What is the Eldridge family known for? I think you told me this last session.
The Eldridge family is
demons.
The head of Red Mire's military. They control the Red Guard and the Crimson Knights, as well as the Red Guard Navy.
Isn't the Crimson Guard the bad guys in G.I. Joe?
That's
Cobra Command? Cobras.
I mean, there might be a Crimson Guard.
I think there is. I had a G.I. Joe that's called the Crimson Guard at least, and he's one of the bad guys.
Oh, fuck.
Cobras. There's a lot of Cobras.
But this is the Red... There's a Red Guard and the Crimson Knights?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, you're more familiar with the Red Guards. Anytime you see a guardsman in the Red Mire territories, they are most certainly Red Guardsmen.
What do I know about the Crimson Knights?
Aside from the childhood flights of fancy, they are like the de facto, like they are the classic knights of the realm. While the Red Guard usually stays in towns to defend towns from outside forces, the Crimson Knights get called in if there's ever a really big emergency, or they're the ones going out and fighting wars wherever there is a necessary for that. In fact, make a history check.
Fresh peppers.
16, I think.
Are we all like drinking
7 or 15.
just water?
There is various spiced meads provided.
So it is me like bottomless, so the ghosts keep bringing it out from the back.
More or less, the ghost keeps bringing it out from the back.
From somewhere.
I fucked up.
It'll take you a little bit to get fucked up, but sure. What'd you roll?
15.
15.
I'm working on it.
You understand that the priorities of the Red Guard versus the Crimson Knights is delegated between House Eldridge's two sons. Klaus looks over the Red Guard, while his brother Klein looks over the Crimson Knights. And right now, a bulk of the Crimson Knights are dealing with a very, very long war that is happening on the elven continent of Shah-Nalor, known as the Dragon Crusade.
We're warring... Red Mire's warring against the elves?
They're warring against a dragon that showed up there
So
and wrecked the elves' home.
Okay, so we're helping the elves fight the dragon?
Yeah, but it's been a long time. It's been a long time. Klaus, he's eating and whatnot. Why don't we introduce each other? Well, everyone's snapping at those gnats.
I got one earlier.
You'd think they would be in this cold climate.
It's like Hydra. Cut off one head, 2 more take its place.
I don't think I've got
If you got 1, I got 2. To the 4th one then.
You've got a couple, I think.
maybe.
I thought
Pause for gnat kill count. As our honored guests, why don't you guys introduce yourselves first?
Orlin Trinette, 3rd child of the Trinette family.
Wonderful.
I bow and sit down.
Their direction points to the next person down the row, which would be Shiima.
I'm Shiima. That's really all I say.
Everyone just nods. They go down the line, the two Kulkras.
Who's my mom again?
You stand up and say that.
I was
That's
going
exactly what he
to say
says.
my last
That's exactly
name,
what
but
he
I was
says.
like, I don't even remember my last name.
Would you like me to tell you your last name?
No. I found it. I don't want to say
Drink
it.
in his hand. Who's my mom?
Somebody has to be the socially awkward one. That's fine. Well, I'm here. I'm 16.
I don't know off the top of my head. I thought we had written it down.
I was like, which clan am I again?
I can give you your clan name if you want.
I got it. Am I next?
Yes.
Next? Okay. I'm Kulkras, son of Rivera. Say your
Nice. Nods. Next is Vaxxus.
I am Vaxxus Dinvula of Kazul's Caravan, the Boldor Trading Guild, traveling merchant extraordinaire.
Nods. Salic. They wait expectantly.
I am Salic. I am a traveling monk looking for friends, family, and good meat.
A ghostly apparition of a humanoid butler takes your empty glass and just replaces it with another.
I look at the ghost and I kind of look at Salic and I kind of do one of these.
They kind of go like, and they look over to the Minotaur, and she's just like, just keep them coming. She's the boss.
I kind of just do one of these.
You're not their master.
Very well. Well, you all know. Well, hopefully you will all know me. I am Klaus Eldridge of House Eldridge, head of the Red Guard military here in Redmire. The dwarf fellow speaks up. Dagor Goldbrow. I am a cleric. I look after these guys.
Does he have a holy symbol dedicated to any of the 12?
Make a perception check.
What'd you say Klaus's last name
Not
was
good.
again?
8.
Eldridge.
Oh, Eldridge.
Did you write?
8.
8. ELDRIDGE. 8. He doesn't wear like a dangling thing, but embroidered bezel?
Dangly parts?
Carved into the front of his armor is a holy symbol of 2 crescent moons. I'm not familiar with it. Next up, next to Dagoror is the mysterious lady that y'all want to know about. She takes her rice hat off, and underneath you see a dark-skinned elven woman with a mohawk of pink and purple hair with bright purpley pink eyes. Very, very sharp features.
The anticipation of you taking off your hat was killing me. I am so happy to see who you are.
Charmed. Zarin Yeliz. I am the hired muscle for Klaus here.
I like to think every time we're taking out people's notes, the entire party actually stops and takes out a notebook. How do you spell that?
Yeah, Zarin what?
I legit do have a notebook.
Zarin. Zaryn.
That was close.
Okay.
Zar for short. Yeliz. YLIZ. And you can't help but notice the similarity of her complexion and her eyes as being very, very similar to that spider elf dude you killed not too long ago.
Her new name is Samurai.
So yeah,
Our-
like red eyes, you said?
Pink eyes.
Pink eyes.
Meta question, but are drow viewed as the bad guys like they are in the Forgotten Realms?
Make a history check.
13.
13? Yes and no. Historically speaking, drow did cause a really big problem in the realms about 500 years ago, doing something called the Dark War, in which a shit ton of drow and worshippers of Lolth just started killing people left and right. No war, no battle cry, just like you go over to your neighbor's house and you stab them in the face. And this happens everywhere.
Just mindless destruction.
In the
Mindless destruction. And it wasn't just drow. It was humans, it was gnomes, dragonborn, all races. Just random people just swayed under the worship of Lolth. And this began the Dark War, which lasted for quite a long time, about 5 years.
I got the last one.
And
Another one right there.
once all of the drow and Lolth worshippers were rounded up, instead of executing the
Like a bunch
mob,
of friggin' cats.
the ruling nations instead decided to teleport them to a different plane of existence and just keep them there. But doing so caused the rest of the world to lose magic. And that's what began the age of arcane drought, which lasted for 500 years, and now some drow have returned. Magic has returned. Presumably they come in peace. But they are still highly looked down upon with suspicion and prejudice.
So how much does this lady resemble the Spider-Man?
Torso up.
Torso up, female, a lot more sane. From a first glance.
Am I getting the feeling like this is a brother, his sister?
Wow, that's racist. Make an insight check.
You said it looked the same.
That was so casual. Wow, that's racist. Inside check.
Wait, whose sister?
The drow spider that we
remember
killed?
the spider that we killed, the giant spider? It was a drow.
You totally are 16 years old.
He literally said this chick kind of reminds you of that person, so I'm like, is it his sister?
To be fair, this is like the second drow you've seen, so...
Was the spider guy like the gray skin, right?
5.
Like,
They're identical.
Oh my god, I think I killed your brother.
ridiculously dark gray, but he also
Was he
had
12
pink
foot
eyes.
tall and had a spider butt?
but her skin is normal, right?
Her skin is
Let me see your butt.
Okay.
What does spider legs mean to you?
I mean, parallels and resemblances can be seen, but it's almost like you're looking for them, so you're seeing them. Kind of a mentality there.
I'm only asking because your literal description was, oh yeah, it reminds you of that spider guy you killed.
Yeah, I thought you said she was just like a normal looking elf with pink eyes. Okay.
That's okay.
Alright.
Moving on. Sinala Frosthorn. I am the group's mage. I make sure that everyone lives comfortably while we are on the road, as you can see.
You spoil your group.
I know. And don't you forget it, Klaus. You always remind me.
I was going to be sitting there like, what the hell are you looking at me for?
And last at the end of the table is the Furball. We're wearing worn leathers and like long, messy brown hair. Hi, I'm Einsel. I do a lot of the accounting, the bookkeeping, information gathering.
Nerd!
Yeah, I do that thing right before it's nerd.
Nerd.
Even though I am also a nerd.
It's like you say that as
No, I'm
Shiima
like-
actively has her
No, I'm like
He's the
eating.
answer.
Everybody in Orlin group. I do the finances, everybody nerd.
Sorry, Jim. There must be a bug going
Orlin's
around.
sitting there like, oh god.
You notice that,
Yeah, it's like, this is the company I keep.
as this whole slew of
I don't physically
introductions was
say-
going on, Einsel as well had his own little notebook and was making notes. So
How do you spell his name?
Einsel.
Got it right. Auf Deutsch.
What the hell is Einsel again?
Einsel.
Furbolg.
Verbal.
Furbolg Einsel?
Furbolg
nerd.
slash...
Furbolg is his race.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No.
Furbolg is a race. Imagine
Not
like
nerds a race.
not quite a giant.
Not a minotaur, but like
Cow,
a
right?
cow.
Yeah, it's a cow.
Like
cow
cow
man.
man.
Okay.
Yeah, he has
So Minotaur.
like these long floppy cow ears, kind of like a wide face and
Minotaur.
facial features.
No horns.
Yeah, no horns or anything.
He's got like a
Female
chin
cow.
strap beard going, with a grayish skin.
Like a nerd minotaur.
And yeah, he's a scrawny nerd of a minotaur.
Nerd cow man.
That's the D&D book description of them.
I hope you remember so much.
They look like they
And
pick
I'm
mushrooms and brew
nerd
craft
cat
beer.
girl.
That's exactly what they do on their off time. Klaus speaks up. Collectively, we run what I like to call Redfire operations. Red Ops for short. What about you? Do you have an adventuring name or anything like that?
I start picking my nose. I'm kidding.
We haven't got
We're all
the-
sitting there like,
I'm just eating still.
Alright.
we haven't got there yet. We,
Ragtag bunch of people then.
yes, we all met
It's
in
organized,
Arvington
you are.
and have joined together to do a few missions.
Arvington, you say? I've heard some interesting reports out there. Something about an assassination and goblins and a group of unnamed do-wells. You wouldn't happen to know anything about that, would you?
Those unnamed do-wells were definitely me and my friends.
Who told you about our escapades?
Oh, it's been all over the Vox box.
The Vox Box.
That
They
was that
don't know what we
magician
do.
that was the monkey that's spreading the word about us.
that is true. That
I've
sorcerer,
seen no monkey.
weird guy was pretty suspicious.
First time hearing about a monkey, but interesting.
Do we have bards singing of us?
Well, apparently not.
I'm
because
sure
nobody knows
Marvin
who
couldn't
you
keep
are.
his mouth shut.
Not yet, but we are doing the right thing.
Well, I see. And what, may I ask, drives you? What are you up to? What are you doing? All the way out here, middle of nowhere.
Drinking.
I can see that.
Of course.
What, before? After?
I'm sure you can understand this feeling, but I just wanted to get away from the estate for a while.
I understand. High society can be quite stuffy.
It's only a matter of time before I'm Durance's number 2, so I want to enjoy my freedom while I have it.
You always have your freedom. You choose to surrender it. Like I am surrendering to this ale.
I'm imagining you're yelling because you're like way down at the end of the
Yeah,
table.
you're at the
I
end.
am.
You're like you're doing
Yelling.
you're doing one of these megaphone deals.
He's probably so. He's
wait
probably
until I
so.
start slurring.
The higher up you go, the stronger the sense of duty is, and the less freedom you have.
Because of our birthright, we have responsibilities. Unfortunately, responsibilities means less personal freedoms.
You sacrifice your responsibilities to obtain whatever it is you want to obtain. You have your freedom. You just don't want to use it.
Our duty is to all the people of
Duty
Redmire.
is not freedom.
I think we've lost him.
Speaking
I
of-
asked one of the servants if they have like a small pillow to give.
I'm like waiting for
Right
him.
away.
I'm
I
waiting.
don't need a pillow. I just need more ale.
I'm waiting for him to get up and be like, just start wandering towards Saoirse. Ooh, a kitty.
Speaking of duty and sacrifice, have you heard from Klaus anytime recently? I'd be intrigued to hear about how things are going for him.
I've only had like 3
Not
clubs.
lately. He's turned down yet another dueling proposal, but that's about it.
I thought this one was named Klaus.
Oh,
Klein,
Oh, you
right?
mean German?
Klein?
Klein.
Klein, my.
Yes.
Oh, you're talking about my brother. I thought you
Yeah.
were talking about yours.
Yeah, Klein, yes.
Ah, yes.
Do you both have brothers named Clyde?
Mine turns. His is Klein.
So no.
I don't know how the confusion is there then, but
Welcome to J-pop drama. Yes. He's supervising the training of new Crimson Knights over at the Wild Gallant Garrison, along with Father.
As you know, I am not the first in line to inherit things with the Trinette family, so if it were ever to come up, it would be an honor for my family if there was a member of the Crimson Knights.
We'll keep that in mind, but usually we have to wait and see what the head of your household has in store for you.
Of course.
If a certain amount of time passes and no responsibility is given, then we would be more than welcome to extend a possible solution for your future.
I lean over to Shiima. Who are the Crimson Knights?
Why don't your 2 houses just
What?
combine?
I was like,
I mean,
I asked
Combine your
Shiima, not
powers.
Saoirse.
Combine your kingdoms.
Our houses, though we are separate, we all serve the greater good, that is, the kingdom of Redmire. I have my responsibilities, leading the Red Guard. The House Trinette has their responsibilities gathering food and resources for the rest of the kingdom to enjoy, and also taming wild beasts that might be used in the future conflicts.
Where do you hope to lead your people to?
Oh, I do not lead. That is the privilege of our esteemed, soon-to-be crown prince, Oswald Redmond.
What is Oswald Redmond's purpose? What is he trying to accomplish with the people?
That's... He takes a long sip from his tankard.
From his sippy cup.
The deeper the glug, the more truth comes out.
Where is Redmond then? Like, I see Redmire on the map, but where would
Redmond is the family name.
Oh, okay.
Like,
Yeah, that's
like
awesome.
Prince Redmond.
Okay. Is that within the Redmire Empire? Or...
Yes.
Okay.
Like the crown prince of Redmire.
What was it, Osmond Ridden?
Oswald.
You're just royalty of Redmire then.
Yeah, he's... We'll get to
Okay,
that.
fair enough. Go ahead.
Well, no one has heard from Prince Oswald in a number of years. He's been on a vendetta of sorts. Instead, all we have to go by is the guidance of our Queen Regent, Talara. And she preaches unity throughout all of the different races of Terra. She encourages people to look past the prejudices of goblinoid cultures, tieflings, and orcs, and minotaurs, and whatnot. We are all people of Terra, so we should all be treated as such.
And is there such unity?
See, it's good.
It's a
good we
long
unionize
road,
those
but
guys.
we're making great strides.
You actually brought up something I was interested in talking about. If you wouldn't mind offering a favor to House Trinette, I met a goblin today, Casa. Her
Christa.
family has been mistreated by some of the residents of this town. I would consider it a favor to our family if you would look after this family and make sure they were taken care of.
Unfortunately, racial injustices are still seen to this day. I will definitely send word to their families, to Kaza's family, and see that they are treated fairly in town.
They seem to be at least Casa, I can speak for the parents, I haven't met them yet, but there's a standing invitation to go to them. But Casa seemed a competent, upstanding member of the town who was providing a valuable service for a reasonable fee, which seems a valuable asset to the town.
I think I remember her. The little goblin girl with that cleans with magic?
Yes.
Alright, yes, I am aware of her. She's actually going to be a mage once she comes of age. That's why she's allowed to practice her magic now.
Yeah.
I've heard about her, but I haven't met her. But yes, like I said, racial injustices like that is something that our Queen Regent is trying to remove. But as for our Crown Prince, as I said, he is on a vendetta. He is looking for the killers of our last king, Christoph Redman. May he rest in peace.
Who were his assailants?
That is a grim tale to tell at dinner, but a group of criminals who were granted pardons for completing a task that may very well save the elven kingdom of Al-Noor. Oswald and a contingency of convicts, prisoners, went to Al-Noor around 6 years past to slay the dragon that roosted there, Cinderella, the first dragon to be seen in Terra in over 500 years. They succeeded. They slew the dragon, but his forces still remain. And that is what we are currently dealing with. But, in the slaying of this dragon, these criminals were granted pardons from the king himself. But during the royal banquet and party that was made just for them, these assailants snuck into the king's bedchamber and slayed him. They were found the next morning with bloodied weapons and were swiftly executed. But while their bodies were being removed to be buried, according to the people who were transporting their corpses, smoke started to fill the back of the wagon, and those who were executed rose from the dead, assailed the Red Guards and Crimson Knights that were escorting them, and took off. They've been running amok for the past 6 years, and they are known by all as the Daredevils.
So what are we looking at here, though?
Let's see. It's a group of 3, if I remember correctly. Mad Tiefling Mage, a Rogue Drow, an Assassin of Sorts, if I remember correctly, and a very angry Dragonborn of greenish skin, if I remember correctly. The Crown Prince decided that he alone should bring justice to his father. So he left the kingdom with a contingency of Crimson Knights. We haven't heard from him since.
If anything, what you could have learned is to question the assailants before murdering them.
I was not part of the investigation.
Oh, I don't say you were. But there's a process to be followed in the future. Shouldn't the assailants be questioned so that whatever answers you could get from them is not repeated? How they did it could not be repeated?
You speak some interesting words for someone so drunk.
Are there any factions in the land that are known to practice necromancy?
Oh, plenty. There's the Arcane Imperium does have a school of necromancy, specifically for that point, but they tend to shift their attention more towards agriculture, using skeletons to till fields and whatnot. Imagine a host of undead who do not tire, but yet can farm endlessly.
It sounds like a scary excuse to practice necromancy.
It's
It's-
definitely is,
it's
but
a-
it's a step in a different direction,
it's a-
away from their stereotypes.
It's
Oogie booginess.
It sounds so practical. Like I imagine one of them like cleaning the windshield of the wagon and then like sitting there putting his hand out for money.
It's got a straw hat on.
Make sure to change him.
It's got a,
Wipes his dirty undead arm back on the windshield. He'll clean it off now.
one of them's got a straw hat and a piece of wheat sticking out.
Weed.
They are the most adept at necromancy, but if you're looking for something a little more specific,
Those don't seem like enemies of the king.
no,
They
they
seem-
most certainly are not.
They seem too simple.
No, if you're looking for something in the more criminal element,
Criminality? Now my ears are peaked.
oh yes. Even though the Red Guard exists to protect our territories from bandits and creatures who wish to do harm and death towards our people. So we serve a purpose. But as far as individuals of that nature, there is a group called the Skull Snatchers. Grave robbers, but they always seem to leave undead mischief in their wake.
You believe these snatchers to be behind the king's demise?
Oh no, we know who's behind the king's demise. These daredevil folks.
But who rose them from the dead? If they were dead, how did they simply get up and walk away? It sounds like they were in league with something else.
An interesting theory. We're still, well, I'm not researching that. The Queen's Guard right now is helming that investigation.
It seems your enemies are unknown then.
Quite. Magic and all of its mysteries is still a relatively new concept for all of Terra to wrap its mind around.
Yes, absolutely. I start drinking suddenly.
How long ago was the king assassinated?
6 years ago. And even though the dragon was also slain out there, the contingency of dragonborn, kobolds, and wyverns still permeate the northern continent of Al-Noor. So dealing with them is what's been taking so long. At first, we were able to, well, my brother and father were able to make a decent push, but then another dragon just showed up out of nowhere, took charge. Don't even know its name.
Did you ask?
We sent a group. All we got back were charred bones.
Did that group come with a welcoming basket or swords?
You know, next time, I'll try that.
I've never met a dragon.
Pray that you don't. So far, there's only been 2 dragons seen in the past 500 years, and they've both been dicks.
Well, I assume if you've been hunted to extinction and you see anybody else, you'd probably be hostile towards them too.
Fair, if that were the case. This dragon seemed to go out of its way to decimate an entire nation, unprovoked. Assumingly unprovoked.
Does this death machine with wings have a name?
It did. Cinderwing. This new one that took its place, we don't know its name yet.
What's this one look like?
Reports are scattered. Unfortunately, I cannot give you any solid intel on that.
What the first one look like?
Red.
I don't know, I was just trying to contribute.
Better enough.
Is Cinderwing dead?
Yes.
If anybody could handle a dragon, it would be the Eldridge family.
They were saying
And Bahama willingly, the Trinettes could be by his side one day.
You speak very highly of House Trinette. I'm surprised.
House? You mean Eldridge?
No, of your house. No offense, but I hear a lot of gossip behind closed doors in Redmire as House Trinette being the most wealthiest of pig farmers. I do not see it that way, but I feel like you should know.
If you feel that your army is riding on pigs, then I suppose that might be the case, but...
I start whispering to Salic and Kulkras. He's a pig farmer? There's no way.
Yes.
Yeah, well, all three of us are just sitting there like...
You're using the wrong fork, Vaxxus.
There's only one.
I have a spoon.
It's just a very serrated spoon.
You're using the wrong
fork.
I'm trying to eat the steak with a spoon.
You're using the wrong fork. Joke's on you.
He's just holding it upside down.
I start my second drink.
Of the minute.
I'm a lightweight, remember.
I thought you said you were on your third.
I said I was on my third because I'm too drunk to remember what numbers are. I'm a lightweight. Don't forget that.
While it's true there have been several generations of number counters in my family, I would beg you not to forget the origins of my namesake and my sister's namesake, Orla Trinette, who helped found this kingdom.
Indeed.
Say it with your chest out, Orlin! Say it with your chest out. Let them know who your people are.
I do a Terry Crews peck dance.
You'll have to demonstrate his
I can't do this violent.
Someday. Someday, young Peck, you will.
One day.
These are just words spoken by new bloods who don't have the time or the attention span to remember where this nation, how this nation came about. Try not to fault them too much, but honestly, contributing up to 65% of all our Colin's meat and dried foods, nothing to be ashamed about.
Can I make an insight check to see if he's trying to insult me or if he's being genuine?
Make an insight check.
65%?
Can I do
Your
an
family
insight
gets
check to see if that
divvy out
sounds
65% of the meat?
accurate, I guess, or
15?
15. What are you rolling
for-
for?
An insight also to see if that sounds like true or accurate.
Sure, make an insight check.
Is this guy being a dick?
I'm about to call him out.
Well, I just want to see if I guess kind of the same thing, if they actually are talking crap about him or not.
Sure.
So insight?
Yeah.
Okay. 18.
18.
Yeah.
He seems genuinely genuine in a.
Yo, pig
He's
farmers.
He's riding the line of what could most certainly be an insult, but he knows that he's in good company and that he's genuinely interested in seeing a noble that seems to be breaking the mold of number crunchers.
Now I understand. Okay.
They also seem to forget that House Trinette also is known for taming the most ferocious wild beasts and breeding them for war. Honestly, without... Oh, yes, indeed. Honestly, without the use of Griffin riders in the first wave in the Dragon Crusade, we would not have gotten as far as we have. And we understand that it takes quite a while to raise those things, so good on you.
If they have griffins, does that mean you fly pigs into battle?
You're still using a spoon to eat your steak.
And it's working marvelously.
He's trying to poke it with the spoon and cut it with the fork. Something's not working.
This meat seems undercooked.
Sinala speaks up, the Minotaur, and she looks over at you, Salic. You seem to fit in as if this were your home. I take it you're from up north?
I am from the Shivering Isles.
I believe you mean the Shifting Isles.
Yes. They do that.
I can't tell if
I've never met someone who claims they were from the ships.
I can't believe. I don't know if he legit forgot what it was called, or if he's just saying it that way.
Like, which is it?
That's the best part. But I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I love it. You claim to be from these ships.
If you believe it to be a claim, then yes.
I do not.
I know, me too.
You don't believe me?
Between
Nothing
sessions.
lives on these ships.
Have you been? Then what do you know?
I've been on 2 of the islands.
Please,
been on
players
two?
can't talk
Yes,
about notes.
one was completely desolate. The other, nothing but seals.
And how long ago was this?
10 years.
I have
10
no
years
idea
is a
on that.
long
I
time
just
to be
really
lost
guessed on
in
that one.
islands that move when you have no idea how to navigate them.
Built about the
Very
same,
true.
except minus the end.
Maybe at a certain point in time I can show you. But today, obviously isn't one of those days. But have you seen someone?
What's the plus
I'm looking for
intelligence got?
Yes. Have you seen... What
Brains
are the
evaporation
person called?
The blue person that you are thinking of is an Arakokra.
Have you seen any
Outline
Al-Noor?
to actually written down.
How loudly are you talking right now?
Loud enough, because I'm on the
I mean, he's
we're on
at
the
the other
opposite
end of
end.
the
We're on the
table.
opposite end of tables.
Yeah.
Can you hear me down there?
I'm in the middle, apparently, so...
Yeah, you are.
Is this like a 40-foot table, or is it like a 10-foot table?
It's,
Yes. It's a 40-10 table.
40 by 10.
Probably about like this if that table was straight, right?
Yeah. So I'd say like 15 to 20 foot.
Okay, he doesn't have to like yell.
But he's still going to.
Drunken yell, yeah, I get it.
No, I'm just wondering if you're
Drinking
drinking
my 1.5 beer, cup of mead.
I'm just wondering if you're yelling it and I'm just sitting there like,
Very few. But yes, I've met some of the Arakokran race.
That's how long is the teacher still a turtle, right?
Bird person.
Bird person. What are the other two? What did I talk to the other two? It's been so long.
Human and elf.
Cool.
It's ready. So it's
elfish.
I have
the
it.
Otto Croken. I know it's somewhere in all
I
of this. I know. It's a lot.
I know if
It's
I
a lot
was
to
a bird,
remember.
I
I have to remember a world, and you see how bad I do
I know.
that.
It's tough. We all got stuff going on, and we all got stuff to study.
Who's my mom again?
Okay, Riz.
I try to be more direct and explain who my teacher looks like what she looks like.
Hey, Kulkras, you know how I said I crawled out from under a rock? Same thing.
That rock is my mom.
Because you all see very
She's my
well
rock,
traveled,
really.
all of you. So I would assume you've heard something of this Shifting Isles.
I grew up in Ysgard. I know only of the Shifting Isles that I could study. Unfortunately, not a whole lot. They are islands that, as the name suggests, they shift and
They move. And you people have quite the difficulty trying to find your way in. Yes, you do.
Well, that's just the way that the islands are arranged. You can only safely navigate through them at certain points of the year.
I had no idea.
Well, now you've
I do.
spoken from someone. I figured that someone who lived on one should know these things.
Oh, I could tell you some things of the Shifting Isles, if you had the information that I look for. Or I just might tell you if the drinks keep coming. You never know.
They haven't stopped?
They haven't, and I'm on my second one.
Have you been asking questions about the Shifting Isles? Are you lost? Did you leave the Shifting Isles and can't figure out how to return?
Oh, I can get home whenever I please. I'm looking for someone.
That makes sense.
They left me. Or did they leave me?
Oh, here comes the philosophical. Wait.
All philosophy can be sown in the bottom of a cup. More. What about you people? I seem to be talking a lot. What about you people? You are such enigmas.
Dagror speaks up. Well, not much to say about us. We're all sort of misfits in our own way, but that's how we all work for Klaus here.
Some of you don't seem as though you're from Arcala. You come from a long distance.
You can't all be happy orphans that were found by the rich man.
Not happy orphans, but we all excel in our own ways, and we, like Klaus here, break the mold. Klaus speaks up. Yes, Red, even though our Queen Regent wants to preach about unity and understanding of all races, people still look down upon the idea of a Tiefling noble in charge of their military.
Why would they look down?
Because the Eldridge House has been, and most noble houses has been primarily human in Redmire. And that's only broken twice in the past couple 100 years. Me, with my birth, and our queen is an elf.
You said she is the Queen Regent. Does that mean that there is a prince in waiting that has yet to come of age?
That would technically, yes. The only reason why Oswald was able to fight in the Dragon Crusade is because he was able to bear a child with Talara Duskvale. He's only 3 or 4 years old. No, he's 6 years old now. But once the prince returns, he will be named king. And our queen regent shall be a queen, and their son shall be prince. Or if his death is ever confirmed, then she will be queen. Or continue to be queen regent. Daggor speaks up again. As I said, we're all misfits in our own way, and we all break the mold. I am an outcast from Multan. She is a drow. Sinala is all the way from up north, and Einsel is Einsel.
Oh. I'm just glad to be here, guys.
Glad I'm not the only bargain bin person here.
You're the only bargain bin person here.
I heard that.
What?
Einsel
Continue with your
speaks up.
steak.
Excuse me, Shiima, was it?
Yeah.
I see you too have a notebook.
I
I couldn't help noticing the blue accents. You wouldn't happen to be a librarian for the Cerulean Trove?
I am, yes.
Oh, that's wonderful. What branch?
I'm from the Marbell branch.
Oh, that is wonderful. I've only been a few times, but it is a fantastic library.
Which branch are you from?
Oh, I'm not part of the Trove. I'm just really good at gathering information. I grew up in Boldor, actually.
Do you say information?
Not necessarily. I just, well, not anymore. I'm saying too much. I should probably not talk anymore.
Oh, that's a yes.
If you're
You can
so
speak
good-
up, Einzel. Sure. Puff your chest out, just like we said. Okay.
You're among friends. You don't need to be shy.
He's a soy boy.
I used to work for the Shadow Hands. I used to be an information gatherer. But now I work for, the Red Ops.
And even the shadows don't have information on the Isles.
Oh, the Shadows look for upon request. If you want us to find information, we can do that. Well,
Us.
they can do that.
Us.
Shiima, if you want to be heard, you need to project. Even if you're wrong or sound like an
Shut up,
ass.
Vaxxus.
Fine.
Keep eating.
So if I wanted
Start
you to
drinking.
find something,
You would have to talk to my boss.
but you could do it.
Potentially.
That doesn't sound like a man filled with
I am an employee.
confidence.
I work for Klaus, and if he gives if he says it's okay, then I can do that.
I see
We've all been
and
drinking here. How
respect-
about a friendly competition?
I see and respect your loyalty to your man. Klaus,
A man with
I want your
his own
man
will.
to
Not
find
disappointed.
someone for me.
We'll discuss that after you sober up a little bit.
So,
So, what sort of work do you do at the Trove?
I don't think I can carry him back myself.
I don't do work
I
there
don't think
anymore.
I
I'm a
can
lore
either.
seeker.
You slept on the floor last
Oh, a
time.
lore seeker.
Did he really?
That's
He did.
that's a dangerous
And
task.
somebody pissed on him.
What lore do you seek?
It's a good thing we went to the bathhouse.
I mean, just about anything, but I do have certain things I'm focusing on.
I understand.
I've never seen a thing so curly in my life.
I am a fairly
It must have taken ages to
knowledgeable
do.
individual, and I'm sure everyone else at this table is.
it took
If you have any questions, please speak up.
Perhaps later when there's less interruption.
Of course. He goes to take a drip a sip from his mug, but it does dribble a little bit, and he's like, "Oh shit, let's clean it up." He is a nervous wreck. This guy.
he is
I
absolutely
sympathize with him.
adorable.
though.
He's like a little mouse.
Now you said that
I love you.
the drow was kind of staring me down still. Is she still doing that?
Every now and then, kind of like "Are you happy you get to see me now?" in a kind of way.
Yes.
And where do you come from?
I come from. I have it here. Only because it was renamed and I read the first name first.
Hellrender?
It's like a
No, that-
16-year-old boy being talking to a legend.
Man, your
Something that
backstory
exists.
wasn't beta?
It's always in beta.
And you gave him a budget backstory? Shame on you.
No! I gave him the best backstory first.
It's true. I come from Port Potts that was renamed Outcasts.
Port Outcast.
Ah, nice.
My mother was
Pork roast?
Yes.
Is that what you said?
Pork roast. That's what we're known for. That's what we get it from them.
That makes sense.
Is it Port's Pot or Pot's Port?
Port Potts.
Okay.
I got my notes.
These flying pigs must be worth
My
it.
mother is the shaman of spirits there.
Interesting.
You're right.
And my father was... Did we settle on him?
I believe we did.
That's fantastic.
I don't think it was
I'll
in-
have to check my
Yeah, I was gonna-
computer notes for that.
I was going to say, it's a lot about the town, but not about him, so...
Alright.
If you just
Have you ever found
Render
yourself
important concept to different
south of Outcast?
said hill render.
In
No,
the
because we've only been
east?
That's
They've
what
got
he
the-
said
they've
when
got
we
the
were
map.
in
We've
Oh,
only-
you've only been east from there.
we've only been east.
I understand.
Well,
I
what's-
come from south of there.
What's inside? Who's talking?
This would be the drow.
I was like, who's actually talking to me? Is it the door?
My notes are wildly
What were
inconsistent.
we looking at?
There are many.
We're trying to see if his village is.
Which hole are you on?
We're on the 9th hole.
Yeah, we're
the
at
par. The par 6.
Your village is on the back 9, right?
Yeah.
Watch out for the tornado bunker.
It's gonna fly.
It's like a weird Italian plumber that keeps running around.
These gnats are relentless.
Yeah.
They're breeding like rabbits down here.
These gnats are nasty.
I didn't get it, but I know I knocked it out.
Maybe it's on the floor.
Is this the combat you like set up for us?
He
Social combat,
he brought in like a little container. Just fly my free.
Be free.
Go my
Is there a break in the conversation, or are you guys still talking?
We're a little bit. Oh,
What?
I saw it fly by.
Oh.
Oh,
That'd be like a 10th one.
Oh, yeah, there it goes. Pause for that.
There are many a dangerous beast in the southwestern lands. My job originally was to slay them, but now I work for Klaus. If you ever venture south of Outcast, be on your guard.
have you ever come across the? And I'll describe the pillar that I was given the description of down in that area.
Make an insight check.
Was shifting island abandoned, or was it just my monastery that was abandoned?
Just yours. You've only been to the
Natural
one
20.
island. Natural 20. At first, she doesn't give you an answer, but instead, her attention kind of shifts towards Klaus. As this is a question for him, not for me.
Well, you were down there.
Well, I think that this has been a fantastic evening for everyone involved. Unless there's anything else that you guys want to inquire about since we're here.
I would like to propose a friendly wager, since we've all been drinking here.
That's right, you did
I did.
mention a competition.
You introduced Zar as your muscle. Our muscle is Kulkras. I would like to see a competition of strength, and if our man wins, then your man will answer Salik's questions.
Can I have such questions?
He's like sinking into his chair.
Lower and lower.
Make a persuasion check.
It's time for the feats.
Here's your
of
persuasion
strength.
check.
13?
13.
Is the Zara the dwarf?
The drow.
Zara is the drow.
Yeah.
Zara? Do you have some time to kill? Always.
She has some time to get killed.
Wonderful.
Get her. Get her.
Well,
Show
I
her
see
what
no
your
problem with
prepubescent
that.
body can do.
Don't take her lightly because she's a girl. She'll crush you with her thighs.
Is there a way I can rage
Yes,
and
make
not
her
have my
more
ghost
excited.
appear?
Puberty is a great source of strength.
yeah.
Do you like thighs, my friend? Meow.
How about we have some
Astral kitties in here too.
a dinner and a show. How about just a friendly one-on-one?
All right.
Rock,
I can
paper,
do that.
scissors.
Very well. You watch as Zarin pulls away from her seat, and you see now
the rest of her outfit. Just a combination of banded dark leathers. Her arms mostly bare, with 2 swords on her side, one shorter than the other.
Is there any
butthead.
Is there any artwork in the log mansion that we're in?
There are like paintings of snowy mountaintops with forests and whatnot, but that's about it.
I kind of ignore the encroaching fight and I just start admiring the artwork and stuff.
Okay. And she begins to stretch out.
Are we fighting with weapons, or is this hand to hand?
Weapons. Show me what you got.
So if we don't have a real healer, this could get ugly.
Remember when you said that you will have age inside this building? I think you should.
A little decapitated, they're still good.
Does everyone have a great axe I could borrow? Mine's in the shop.
I have a glaive.
I have that sword. I don't remember if you can use it or not.
Colossal guts.
What does the glaive do?
Is that 1d10 reach weapon?
I have that long sword.
Which is a 1d...
Elven one?
1d8.
Yeah.
Oh, no, I can't wield that anyway because I have to be elven. Right?
You have to be elven
Well,
to
that's for
attune to
attuning.
it. Otherwise,
That's
it's
for
just
attuning.
a long sword.
Is that... Well, this is...
I have
The
a
stuff
plus-
about it is only if you attune to it, right?
If you wanted to beat her with her own weapon, then
but
we'd go ahead
otherwise,
and do it.
it's just a
What
long
is her
sword
weapon?
that can be
Well,
used
that's
as
an elven
such.
long
Oh,
sword.
okay.
I have a +1
It
long
doesn't
short
say.
sword.
It doesn't say what damage it does.
So that or the glaive.
I know. It does a D8 or a D10 if you hold it if you two-handed. It's not going to say it on there.
Two-hand the sword. Do a D10 of damage.
I'll do the glaive. The glaive sounds a little heavier.
I'll
You
have the
didn't
glaive then.
take your trunk of weapons with you?
I'm getting my axe
Yeah.
revamped for a plus
Ah,
one,
yeah,
I'm
yeah.
assuming.
Orlin hands you a glaive, and everyone is
I'm assuming
shivering.
that's strength based.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just be like, hurry.
Yeah.
Yeah. And,
Oh, I can show off.
Suddenly they'll be like,
you both position yourselves at
Infomercial.
opposite ends of the table, a little ways away.
She may be older than you. She might be smarter than you.
More
She looks
experienced,
better than you.
faster,
Great pep talk, guys.
probably smarter
but
too.
she does not have your youth, your brightness, and your strength.
don't die.
You're probably luckier. Go with that.
His biceps are as big as Vaxxus' thighs.
If you punch her hard
I've
enough,
been overeating.
she will
You lie.
submit to you.
Dagror steps in between both of you. All right, you two. This is going to be a mostly no-holds-bar match.
How good is your woman?
You'll see.
Is she so good to fight with one hand?
Nice,
I-
nice question.
Let's talk from the peanut gallery while I explain the rules.
Was that a racial joke?
Are you a peanut?
I'm an elephant and
Oh,
elephant.
yeah. I'm too drunk to see race right now.
Woo! Got his ass.
Near no-holds-bar. Use whatever weapons and abilities are at your disposal. No assisted items of any kind. No outside healing magic or buffs. The fight will continue.
Cat.
That costume made you senile, didn't it?
I know. Like, where did the cat go?
Now you have cat butt on your finger.
And it's in his wig now.
Yeah, it's in his wig. And
Wait,
I'm not wearing this wig again.
Wait, he's cheating, he took
it
it
on your
off.
neck, and then it's going to get your
Shut the
mouth.
fuck up.
You took the lucky cat's butt.
The fight will continue until either one of you gives in, or one of you goes unconscious.
Is she ticklish? Go for her armpits.
Daggor backs up a little bit as Zareen draws her two blades.
Oh, the glaive.
And begin!
You got
And
this, number
that
one.
is where we are going to end tonight's session.
Initiative!
We've been going a little bit later than planned.
He said,
But whenever we start next session, we will get. It will start at that. This battle between Kulkras and Zarin. That'll be fun.
Next episode, we should definitely eat while he's doing the fight.
Oh yeah, fuck
Like,
yeah.
we should just eat our food.
We're gonna medieval times this shit.
I was totally looking at the art, so.
So, adventurers, thank you very much for joining us this day. Thank you for joining us.
This hour.
And we hope to see you in the next episode. And please remember to stay incredible. Bye. I had to sneeze for like 10 seconds. God damn.
The recording should end after you sneeze.
Sonnenschein, ja, da muss man glücklich sein, weil da brauch ich nichts auf dieser Welt. Früh am Morgen schon zum Strand, braun gebrannt im weißen Sand, ja, das ist die Zeit, die mir gefällt. Abends kommt dann noch so ein Bummel die Strandpromenade entlang und das hat seine Gründe. Sommersee und Sonnenschein und dann noch verliebt zu zweien, ja, da muss der Mensch doch glücklich sein.